Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, Monday, Monday. You know what time it is? It's SlideJawb Racing time. And this Season 4 Cup is brought to you by the Colonial Riders. Let's go racing.
Welcome, race fans, here tonight at SlideJawb Racing League as we get ready here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting to watch these guys go around this Kansas Motor Speedway, where tonight's going to be an awesome race. I am going to be accompanied here tonight with my buddy here, Zach Hall. How you doing tonight, Zach?
Doing good, Robert. Doing good. Excited to be here tonight.
I'm excited out here in good old Kansas in the dark. Nice night. It's not too hot out there either. It's air temperature's around 66 degrees, so it's nice and cool here. It's 10 o'clock at night here on the track surface here.
Well, yeah, it's late into the evening here, Robert. Definitely got clear skies, of course. 66-degree air temperature. But I can tell you one thing. We're getting readings right now that we got a 68-degree track temp is what we're hearing. And there's going to be a lot of grip and a lot of throttle time here tonight.
Well, yeah, here definitely at Kansas. I know you were saying earlier before we started that it's basically running like a Daytona. You know, how many laps can they hold it wide open before they got to start doing some throttling?
It's gonna that is actually going to be something interesting we're going to have to watch for, Robert. Now in the dirty air, I believe you're going to have to start lifting pretty soon. I'd say probably 5-10 laps into a run just because of how much more speed you're carrying, Robert. Now I could be completely wrong. It's been a little while since I raced at Kansas. I have done a race with this new package. It is similar to Las Vegas, which I've done not too recently, and you can hold it wide open there for almost the whole run. So at nighttime conditions here, it's going to be interesting to see when these guys really have to start lifting and if they move up to that wall, because this is a track notorious. But where do you run, Robert? Right against that wall. It's always been that in iRacing. But this package kind of changes it up there for the first 20, 30 laps where you can run the bottom.
Right. Well, that was going to be a next question to you there, man. We all know that you run Kansas, you run up against the wall. It's like running at, the Lady in Black. But with this new package, like you said, they should be able to run in 1 and 2 down on the low line. I don't know so much in 3 and 4, but I would imagine that they could, run down there in 1 and 2 and try to get a run coming out of 2 going down the backstretch.
That's
drop something.
I guess they dropped the phone here, but definitely. I think they'll be able to use both, Robert. Here early in the run, I do think the high side will be king. Once it gets to the point where they definitely have to start lifting, which is going to be how far that is, because we have a 75% fuel load here tonight. Will they even get to that point where they're really lifting that much, or will it be mostly a pack race tonight? I think definitely we're looking at 30 laps, I'd say, of pack racing, up to 30 laps, I'd say. So, going to be wild when it's one thing to put, pack racing on in Daytona or Talladega, but when you come to a mile and a half like this at Kansas, that's tough to do. And tempers can flare, Robert. They definitely can do that here, too, because it's going to be close and tight racing.
Speaking of tempers, well, we still have the Matthews. We'll see. We were at the good old Bell of Detroit last week, and they kind of stayed away from each other. Now the question is now we go to the mile and a half, back to the tradition of NASCAR side of things here at SlideJawb. Are them guys going to be able to let bygones be bygones? Are they going to beat and bang each other between that 5, the two Matthews, the 5 and sorry, I forget what number the other Matthews in. 75.
75.
Yeah. So, my well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I think that's a good question, Robert. That the last race we had on an oval, it did come to blows with them guys. It's definitely going to carry over. Detroit, it really wasn't a good chance because they really weren't running near each other. But this right here puts it, right back in the same playing field where you can't really get away. And so it's going to be interesting to see if there's, if something springs back up. I can guarantee you something new might form tonight. Going down the future, this is a track that definitely can make me hurt some feelings. I would like to say, because it's going to be side by side mostly, and it's definitely different than your normal NASCAR race before this package. So pretty interesting.
Yes, I have to agree, and well, we'll see where these guys qualify too. That tells us telltale sign. I mean, right now it looks like the number 5 of Matthews there. Well, he's still out there on the track, but right now he's in P15. From what I can see here on the scoring pylon.
He jumps to the top of the board there, Robert.
Oh, wow, that was a jump. 15th to wow.
Yeah, he probably on the outlap ran the very top all the way around to get the speed build up. And, that first lap doesn't matter. That second one's where all the speed's at in this package.
Yeah, and that's pretty fast, too. Jay Bell's up there, too. You got Davey, the last week's winner of the road course there. His seasons is looking really, really good there for Long Shot Motorsports out there.
Yeah.
So,
they're leading the points there at the moment. So
yeah, and, speaking of the points, I can't bring this stuff up. I don't know if you can click on it, but I do know that we have a driver that with the number 7 is, 1 point out?
Yeah,
after being suspended.
Yeah, he missed the Michigan race due to suspension there, and that certainly has hurt his standings in the points. And after Belle Isle there, he is only 1 point out on the cut line, Robert there. So even with that one race suspended, he has made his way right to the edge. But William Amon, he's only 2 points out too, and then you got Noah, who's also only 8 points out. So it's really close right there on the cut line. So we'll see who can get themselves in that playoff and have the ability to fight for a championship.
Most definitely, man. Well, yeah, when we're counting down on the schedule too before we get to our first playoff race. So I mean, each race counts, as we all know, and each lap. And if something happens out there, you can't give up unless you know, have a quick fix. Don't give up, of course.
Yeah.
But even if your car don't blow up, you got to keep going until your car blows. I mean, because every lap,
Yeah.
anything can happen. We all know how NASCAR is, and this is no different than NASCAR. I mean, NASCAR's NASCAR. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
most definitely, man. Most definitely. Yeah, yeah. Well, now you got me saying most definitely. Holy most definitely. Well, I hope everybody's doing great out there tonight as we're going to get ready to get freaky fast into the good old late night time here. We'll see what time this race ends because now that we're in qualifying, the time did jump to 9:38 on May 2019 of the 15th. So that's the time on the iRacing server side of things. So
yeah, definitely. How they simulate the time of the day. It's really cool how they do it. So
yes. So I know these guys are still in drivers meeting, but
Yeah.
I do want to bring up too real quick. I know next week we're gonna have a special guest up here in the booth from SlideJawb with Colonial Riders.
yeah, they're sponsored.
Yeah, the sponsor's going to come on, give it a little shout out. They got a special event that they want to talk about coming up, and I believe that's in October. I believe that's coming up. So they want to talk a little bit to the fans out there and what's going on with that. As fans, guys and ladies, well, you know as much as we know. Well, I don't know what it's all about. We're all going to learn next week, so make sure you tune in next Monday night and early and log in and be on Facebook or YouTube side of things and let's hear what the sponsors has to say. I'm sure it's going to be a great interview and I'm sure it's going to be fun. So
yeah, definitely will be. It'll be interesting to get to know some more about them. So really cool that they support this awesome league here, and we'll hear from them next week. So make sure y'all tune in for that.
Yes. All right. Well, these guys here, let's see here. We got about 10 more minutes. Well, 12 more minutes it's showing here. So this is the time of the broadcast that we are going to quick give a shout out to the sponsors of Freaky Fast. And, of course, tonight's race is also, as I just said, brought to you by Colonial Riders. So thank you for them being aboard here with SlideJawb Racing League. The drivers and I'm sure the league owners and everybody that got that all put together appreciate their time and effort into this and getting this out there to the public and everybody that watches iRacing or even NASCAR or even any kind of racing. They do appreciate it. My next shout out to I want to give to, and I didn't update the logo, so I do apologize, but that's good old Zach Darrow's Dirty Air podcast. They got a lot of things going on right now, everybody, for Dirty Air podcast. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday night at 11 Eastern to 11:15 for all your motorsports and sim racing news. They will be live on let's see if I can get this right. They're going to be live on Facebook, not YouTube, but Spotify, Google. What's it? Google what?
Google Podcast. So
That's
Google Music, anything really to do with Google Play or anything. If you're on the Google side of stuff, you know what it is. So
Okay, and then also the last and not but least is what was the other one? I do apologize.
Spotify.
I said Spotify.
Oh, you said Spotify. Okay, Apple Podcasts.
That's it. I'm not an Apple
iTunes.
guy, so I don't know much about that. So
Same really. So it's all new, and we're glad to be getting on them new platforms, and maybe even more future ones to come. Really looking into, but those are the three major ones we really wanted to get off the list, and glad to say we have been accepted for all of them, and actually going to work on tonight getting all the episodes uploaded and stuff, so it's all updated completely to till the next episode, which is Tuesday night, so tomorrow night. So that'd be really cool.
All right. And not least, I want to give a shout out to sponsors Freaky Fast here. iPitting. Make sure you go check out iPitting.com. And if anybody wants to know what iPitting.com is, it's for iRacers. It's built for iRacing. It's a iPitting board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you create iRacing series boards for all your teammates. It provides for all your teammates a clear version of every data they need: schedule, results, championship points, standings. It's also a great tool to help your team community manager, which can share our tools and your stuff to social media platforms of anything that you guys do out there. In iRacing, on Open Server, Endurance Racing. It's also integrated Twitch multi-stream where you can watch your 4 teams, or you can go watch your team that you like. And if they all Twitch and stream the race at the same time, it's a screen with 4 of them going at once. So you can choose which one you want to watch, or you can watch all 4 of them, which is a new thing that Twitch has came out with. Is called multi-streaming. So that's all been integrated into iPitting. So make sure you go check him out over there, and tell him that if you like his stuff that he has there, tell him that Freaky Fast sent him over there. But all right, Zach, we got 8 minutes to go here. So I'd like to say again, thank you to all the sponsors of tonight's race and everybody out there. So it looks like we actually have Matthew Chastain down in the waiting room. So we do have time to have a chat here, as we got about 8 minutes to go. So if you want to pull him up here, Zach, and see how his race is going to go here tonight, and see how everything is.
Yeah, we'll get him up here for you.
Matthews, Robert up here in the booth, man. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I seen you down there in the waiting room. We got 7 minutes to go. 8 minutes, 7 minutes to go here until the race starts. So, how's your car out there tonight? I have to look here. It looks like you qualified P15th so far. So, it's a mid-pack car. Do you think you can move that thing up there to the front, or at least get a top 5?
Yes, sir. I think I'll be competing for a win up here tonight. Just trying to start in the back and stay out of trouble here really early. Had some bad luck lately in some races, so I'm gonna try to take it easy here.
Gotcha. Well, yeah. Hey, I say it's called a bold move, bold call. You're like, hey man, I'm gonna win the race, but I mean, hey, they're driving better than I do. How's the tires gonna handle out there for you guys here tonight?
I don't think the wear has been too bad. I don't think tires are going to be as important as the position tonight, but we'll find out as the run goes through.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch you out there in that 75. I believe you're running to Lowe's sponsorship out there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And also I got Trinity Racing League on Xbox One. If anyone's interested, they run a league for NASCAR Heat 3 and coming up for NASCAR Heat 4. Team Max 1 is in here watching tonight. Anyone's interested, just contact them.
Yes, I actually I see him out there on the YouTube side, so I do appreciate him tuning in here tonight. But all right, well, hey man, is a storyline going around here, and it's been going around since last week. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Between you and Matthews, yeah. How's that blood flowing, man? Is that gonna carry over? Is it gonna be okay? I mean, what's the storyline there, buddy?
I guess you guys are going to have to tune in and watch the whole race to see.
Ooh, you hear that, Zach?
Be the battle of the
I like the way that sounds.
Going to find out which one spells it better here, 1T or 2.
All right, well, okay, yeah. So, all right, well, everybody, that is the storyline of right now. Matthews versus Matthew, the 5 versus the 75. We will stay tuned, man. That's all I can say. I know you had a decent car last week. We'll get off that subject. You know, it's we all know what's going on, but go ahead.
Hey man, that was a road course. I'm not a road course racer. I thought I had a pretty good car.
That's what I was going to bring up. Last week, we're at the good old Detroit. How much a struggle was that for you guys? Because it seemed like you had a decent car, but you were struggling.
I had a good car. I got in a couple problems there, but was able to recover pretty good. Ended up burning my tires off at that last run. Lost a couple spots there. I think I finished ninth or eighth, something like that. So not too bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, one to 10, how tough is that road course? Compared to what our natural, Sonoma and tracks that we use in Watkins Glen.
Let me put it this way: I've never raced on the track any harder than what that was, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I went out before that broadcast and I went out and ran some and got the setup that you guys were running. Did some laps. So did Ken Johnson, Brian Johnson, which is not here tonight, but he did some laps. So, anyways, where I'm getting at the story is I ran probably about 5 to 7 laps. And every lap that I did and every turn that I did, I just shook my head going, these guys are nuts. There's no way. This is crazy.
Fourth gear. There was no fourth gear.
Yeah, it was, and half the time,
Like
I mean,
a dirt bike out there.
right. Well, half the time I didn't even know what turn I was in. I'd forget where I was, and I'd be like, "Oh man, I should have turned a little harder there."
This sounds like you're with all of us. Then
Well, that 38, he, Long Shot Motorsports there, they're topping off with 3 wins now here. Sorry, you're breaking up there, Matthew.
said I had to do a lot of guessing.
10-4. All right, man. Well, we are down to 3 minutes to go here, so we are going to let you go. Get ready to zip up that suit, put your gloves on, make sure you're all tidied up and ready to go for a fun race here tonight at Kansas. And we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you at the stage.
All right, thank you very much. You guys watching, keep your eyes glued.
Well, my eyes will be glued. I don't know about you, Zach, but my eyes are going to be glued.
That they are, Robert. They will be glued. I like the way Matthew put it there. That's perfect.
Yeah, you spell it with 1 T or 2.
I've always said that same thing. Zach is a very commonly, has different spellings, and I always feel like the way I spell it's the best way. And when I see another one spelled a different way, I try to beat him every time.
Right. Okay, well, I'm looking here as this time's got 2 minutes to go here. We will be doing 135 laps, but I can't see where the stage is. Stage. I'm looking. I know we had that info, so I do apologize to everybody out there. We did have it. I don't know what happened to it.
I have not seen it, but I know that I do know this that Davey Hendricks, he's got a wallop of a lead there, Robert, over the rest of his field in the points. He's amassed a 57-point gap between him and Matthew in the 5 there. So that's a huge gap between him and first and second there. So Davey's having a heck of a season with 2 wins already, and now we also have Dylan Parker, who is 4th points. He is 72 out, but he will miss again tonight due to being suspended. So
right. Okay,
he's going to drop down the list some more.
I just got confirmed here, Zach, that it's gonna be. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll back up. It's gonna be lap 60 here tonight. So,
okay, lap 60, 10-4.
Lap 60.
10-4. Well, we can.
Now, I do know that we had that info somewhere, and I lost it. That's my fault.
Well, these guys are getting ready to get on this grid. and to do some fast, close racing. It's going to be very wild. I believe also they have 2 fast fixes tonight, Robert. So
Is okay. Sorry.
oh, dude.
2? I thought they
Yeah.
only have 1, but okay. I thought. Okay.
I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but yeah, definitely got 2 here tonight. So,
Okay.
you know, with this package the way it is, if they're it's very this mile and a half is very different than the other mile and a halves. The other ones seem to spread out quicker just due to having to lift earlier, and when you don't have to lift this draft, it's so strong, and I think that's maybe why we're seeing 2 fast pairs tonight. But
Okay.
these guys got it at their use, so let's
Well,
keep that in our back pocket.
Yeah, well, hey, it's I just found getting a word through my ear here, Zach, that it was a mix-up that they shouldn't have had 2, but like you said, it's there. Use it. I mean, so we'll see how they all play that out there. It was probably set up from last week's server and forgot to change it around. That happens, and it is what it is. Like I said, but. All right, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's ready to get freaky and freaky nuts, freaky fast, because Zach don't like to say nuts. We'll get freaky stupid, freaky. I don't know.
Freaky crazy.
Freaky. That's what. Yeah, I'm gonna keep
Freaky
asking.
You got to say freaky side by side or freaky 3 wide, freaky 2 wide all night long.
Well, I know what we're gonna do is next week. Well, on Facebook, I'll have to have a talk with you, but we'll put a poll up and ask everybody what kind of freaky what should we use. I mean, you can put it out there right now, and I'll read the chats off, and go from there. But all right, man. Well, let's get ready to go racing for 135 laps here tonight with SlideJawb Racing League. And let's see what kind of any new drama comes out of this. Do we get a new team win? Do we get something new? Does the points mix up? I mean, there's a lot that can happen
won
here.
This season either, and really our front row hasn't won this season, so.
Yeah, Jade hasn't has
Matthew the 5 right here, Scotty. They're just not. They don't have a win yet. So these guys are gonna look to check that off the list here tonight. Maybe at Kansas Motor Speedway, but it's gonna be wild, Robert. I can tell you that much. These guys are gonna be pushing side by side. There's gonna be tempers flaring. It's gonna be wild. That's all I can say really. So everybody better get ready and get excited because it's gonna be a show.
Oh, it's going to be a show as that pace car Porsche ducks in here tonight as that 5. Matthew is ready to take off, and green's out, and off they go. Oh, that 44 didn't get a jump that time.
Oh, we actually have a car spinning in the garage, Robert. That's Bryson Clark.
Oh.
In the Toyota there.
I blame that.
He had the Toyota changes. Yeah.
I blame that on Toyota, even though I'm a Toyota guy.
Oh, that looks like he blew an engine there, too.
Oh.
That looks like he went to reverse.
Oh, he blew a... Wow.
Yeah,
well, that's not Toyota's fault.
Reverse there. But, yeah, unfortunately for Bryson Clark there, that's a tough way to start off his manufacturer change here to the Toyota. As his teammates are still stuck with Fords, but out front, we got Matthew battling Davey. Davey's already got by Jay Bell there. Jay Bell is on the outside in that second row there. We also got Jordan Vierre in that 19. He's right there also. See, this is what it's going to be like all night, Robert. This is going to be a packed race. This is going to be like Talladega.
Oh, that's what you were saying earlier, too, Zach. Look at side by side, back all the way back, like you said, Daytona, Talladega. It takes about 10 to 15 laps until you actually start seeing the cars of who's saved and who's faster, and they start getting spread out. That's the way I noticed with this package on mile-and-a-half tracks. It takes about 10 laps until you actually see who's got what.
Definitely. As you can see, they're 3 wide are in the back. We got a car on the wall up there. Oh, no, they're in the 88 of Brady Clark. Oh, no. Looks like he had a checkup in front with Ed Burrell, and he got a little help from William Martin in the 12 in the center 3 and 4 there.
Well, let's go back and watch the replay here and see what happened here. As we're riding, seeing the 88 going down the backstretch. He's on the inside of that 18 there. And, he slid up. The 18 got into the wall. Ed Burrell checked up, and he just lost it, Zach. That thing just snapped on him, and then poor Williams there in the 12 had nowhere to go.
Yeah. That was a checkup, and you're going to see those tonight with the way this package is. The car, behind, like you can see from qualifying times, we're almost 7/10 to 8/10 slower in qualifying than we are, in a pack. So the cars out front are going to be slower, and you're going to have big runs coming from the back of this pack, and you're going to have to lift. And if people don't expecting to lift, it's going to cause major checkups. So it's going to have to be really on your toes tonight and watching the line ahead of you as it builds up its energy and slows down even sometimes. So I think that's a prime example of what we might see all night here.
Well,
it looks like the leader pitted there. Matthew's going to come down here. It looks like Davey, Jay Bell, Darren Cole, Eric Moore, Ed Burrell are going to stay out. So it looks like we're going to have about 5 cars stay out.
I don't think 5 laps on their tires is going to make a huge of a difference. Not at this rate of speed that these guys are running. But I do got a question to ask you, and it's been pondering me ever since Saturday night after we got done racing over there at Racing Freaks. How many months have we been on this package now? 10 months, roughly?
No, shorter than that.
Is it shorter than?
Yeah, I would say at least half a year now, so at least 6-7 months.
Okay. Well, my question to you and to the fans out there that are watching, who likes it? I just really want to know. I thought I was the type of driver that I would love this kind of package. I'd be able to keep up with the fast guys, blah, 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 blah. But the more and more I race it, the more and more I don't like it.
Yeah, it is interesting, Robert. I coming into it dreaded it. I'm a guy, I want high horsepower. I want the car hanging out. I want it to be the toughest job possible to get back around half the time. Especially in fixed racing, I just love when it's like that, when you have to really fight it. But it's weird because now saying this, I think it's due to the speed I've seemed to carry in this package. But this package is definitely seemed to actually help me as the long run goes on. It seems like I can always have long run pace, at least in this lower horsepower package, compared to where mile and a halfs were my struggle point and short tracks were, my ace in the hole. But mile and a halfs have definitely become something I look forward to as a driver, just because I know every week when we go there, I feel like I should always have some little edge on that longer run. And yeah, I think that's just coming from bias, but I still like the older package more. It's just, the racing at the beginning of these runs at these mile and a halfs, it drives me crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can say it's a unique package. I mean, it really is. And we'll have to see, what NASCAR does to it, and see what these guys think about it. But it looks like back to the race here, though, Zach. We got 6 laps in the books of 135 here. Like you said, the top 5 stayed out all the way back to Ed Burrell there, and the 21 did stay out. The 22 looks like he got a quick fix or got his vehicle fixed up, so he's got a waiver. I don't know how many laps he's down here. Let's see here. He is still 1 lap down, but he got his wave around, so all he's got to do is ride, hopefully for another yellow, and get waved around there and be right back, on the lead lap. But he had to use up one of them fast repairs to achieve that. But hey, again, doesn't matter. Like I said earlier, points are points. You need to get them while you can.
Yeah, that's for sure, Robert. I think a good rule of thumb for these guys tonight will be, the first 10 laps, make sure you're on the bottom. You can probably make up a little bit of ground on the bottom. I feel like after 10 laps, if you're not up top, you're probably going to start to go backwards and get freight trained, as we'll see the pack racing here. So it'll be interesting to see these guys on order tires if they have to start moving up higher to hold on to their positions, or they get stuck down below. So
yeah, I think they're going to have to move up higher. I think they're going to migrate up to the top. We get a longer run. I believe that's where they're all going to go. But we'll find out here as that Porsche is going to duck in here tonight. And Mr. Hendrick there that I love calling there, the 38, the M&Ms, he's going to take off. And Jay didn't get that good of a jump, but we'll have to see what happens here as looks like they're going to be battling now with, well, Jay just cleared. Who's behind Jay there? The 10.
That's the 10 of Eric Moore. Or Darren Cole, my bad. Oh, wow. That's my bad, Darren there. But yeah, the 10 of Derek Cole there. Darren Cole, and he's qualified ninth. So he's up in third, but you got the pole sitter there on them fresh tires. See how these fresh tires work here, Robert.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just watching that 5, and, you know, he started back there in 6th position, and he's already up to 3rd and getting ready to pursue to take 2nd, and he's going to be ready to pounce on that 38 there to try to take the lead in that Napa know-how.
Yeah, the thing here, Robert, is, you know, he really didn't have that far to come from. He came from 6th place right there, and due to that, you know, his tires are completely fresher now. He's right behind Davey. I think these other guys were expecting to have a little more guys in between them to keep that track position. But you can see some close racing there as the 5 and the 38 actually get together here in one. That's going to let Jay Bell there get on the bottom. And you can see right here, the 38 stays down low. This draft is huge. It plays a huge factor.
Oh! We just went in.
Oh, no.
We just went into the cockpit, too. Oh, and Matthew Chastain. And they're still wrecking in the back. 24 is involved there. Well, let's go back to the replay here, Zach, and let's see if we can catch exactly what happened. Come up here to the 5, and it looks like the 14 got a little bit, and it was nothing but a chain reaction, and that was the whole field. Oh, 17 involved, the 24, the 88 involved again, the 44, the 62. Ouch.
Yeah, it was unfortunate there for a good group of them guys. But that's what that's what you see already, Robert. This package, you know, you're not running the normal lines that we would at Kansas. You're running down low like you would at Speedway, trying to shorten the racetrack because you don't really need to turn in at this point in the run to make the corner. So it's very, very wild. And that's really the only thing. Really, you know, think about this package is it really puts you in a really tight spot in the first 10, 15 laps just due to the fact that you're racing so close to people.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't get away. You're not going to get away with this package in the first 10 laps. You're actually going to be slower by yourself, so you're going to actually need someone behind you to actually help push you. It's definitely wild. But after they get some wear on them tires and they have to actually start cracking that throttle, that's where you'll start to see guys slowly pull away and that dirty air become more and more effective. And that's another thing that Iracing brought with this package is the dirty air. It's just so much more pronounced. And that's another thing I actually, I thought I was not going to enjoy the dirty air, but I somewhat do like it just due to the fact that I'm usually a guy that runs a little bit different of a line.
Yeah.
And, that can help when you're riding behind someone. So it makes the racing completely different because before we used to be able to follow like it was nothing. And you can run right up to a guy and pass him. Now, when you catch a guy, you get in that half-second range, and you're just kind of stuck in limbo.
Yeah, before it'd be follow the leader.
Yeah, it's definitely changed for. I definitely like that fact is there now. I think it was something that we were missing before this package. The Iracing didn't simulate as well as the turbulent air, but I can tell you it affects you now. Go to Indy and run, then you'll definitely tell me you want clean air.
Oh yeah, we found that out the hard way. Most definitely, man. Well, I see that 61 there. He's got a little bit of front end damage there, so it looks like his nose crinkled up a little bit. That's
That's not going to help for drag, but it definitely it's not terrible. It could be worse. Biggest thing he's gonna be looking at is just not overheating, because sometimes you can get right in that cooling area of the car, and it's weird. That right front damage sometimes with that splitter will give you some weird cooling issues, especially in this pack. So he's gonna want clean air with a nose like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, with a little crinkled up, that will make them overheat. These cars are very sensitive here in iRacing. So I mean, you might think, oh, my oil temp's at 180, blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden, pop! It's like, whoa, where'd that come from?
We gotta point this out too. Bryson Clark, the 22.
Yep.
He does have wins on this season, and he's actually back on the lead lap now, Robert, in that 22 machine. So he had the mulligan there of, man, that was unfortunate on that restart for at the very beginning of the race. I believe he went the reverse and just he probably launched, as Brian would say, launched the piston in the low Earth orbit. So that was unfortunate for him early, but he's got her back out there on the lead lap, and now we'll see what he can do. But Guthrie got the 5 back there now, Robert. I don't know if he got a speeding penalty or what, but he's back 17th place now.
No, he was involved in that last yellow. That yellow.
Oh, was he? I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Yeah,
he's got a clean car now.
The 14 got.
Oh, that's right. He got turned.
Yeah. The 14 got him a little bit there, so
so much action going on, I completely forgot.
That's all right. That's how we do it around here. We forget things, because I forget things. Uh-oh, I'm wearing off on you. Not good. All right, well, we're going to get ready to go back green here, as we have 2 lead changes, 2 cautions so far here tonight, as get ready to go back green, as the 7 car is going to take off there, and we'll see what that 61 can do with that front end damage. It don't look too hot though right now for him. He's gonna that's gonna hurt him.
Didn't take off too well there. He's getting up to speed slowly here. It's going to help being in draft, but the cooling is the thing you have to worry about in the draft.
Yeah,
he's got the track is kind of spread out right now, as you can see. We don't have a defined 2x2 rows here. Whoa, and look at Davey. He's getting aggressive with that move.
Yeah, he says he wants to lead all the laps, but you can't.
Yeah, he does. That's what it looks like.
Well, he can't now. Well, he's on the goal to lead most of the laps, but we can see a difference in lap times here. We had a couple guys actually stay out, though. We didn't talk about that there, Zach. It looks like the 7 and the 61 stayed out on their tires, so you can see the difference in the speed there, as the 61 now is...
He got to that bottom line. He got in that draft. Ed Burrell there in tow. And now he split up to the outside, and I don't think by himself it's going to be the quickest. As you see Derek Newsom there, it's going to stick it in the middle of him, going to take it 3 wide with Matthew Chastain on the bottom there in the 75. Looks like Emmanuel Wolf's going to try to follow in the 15. Whew. As I said, the field was spread out. They're now stacked up.
Yeah, and speaking of that 15, last week, Detroit, he tried to do a strategy call, and come to find out, he lost sound. Oh! And I just did the... Oh, look out. Look out. We seen it live. And that 7 just went for a... Wow. Derek might need an ambulance.
Yeah, that was a hard hit for a few guys, and some torn up race cars right there.
Let's go... Let's see what happens here with the 7 here. Oh, and look at him fly. He has space on his vehicle, but I don't think that's what he wanted to do. And he finally...
He's not looking to take the 4 tires off the ground, that's for sure.
No, and unfortunately there, Zach, for him, he had to call for a tow. He got stuck upside down on his hood.
Oh.
So he had to call for a tow. But wow,
that was wild. I mean, at this rate, I mean, if we can, you never know. He might be able to get his laps back here. You know that he's under tow. So catch some cautions. He probably most likely has his fast repairs left. He'll get that thing fixed up and get back out there in the 7 and hopefully get back on the lead lap because he's only that 1 point out of the playoffs. Looks like we got everybody pitting here. Now we also got to point out Matthew Chastain did take a little bit of right front damage, but I believe he should save that fast repairs that he has because that right front does not look terrible. So hopefully he can save that and then get it worked on a little bit by his crew and make it to the end here. You never know, he might be in position, like you said, to win that race. That's what he's going for. So,
well, he called it. That's what he said. He said he's going to get the win. And you know, it looks like he's got to come out. Where's he going to come out as a scoring pylon? Well, it looks like he's going to come out 5th. In that Lowe's.
Oh yeah, he should. Yep.
Yep.
He comes out 5th.
Yeah, he comes out 5th. So
looks like the 61 took his fast repair, so he's got a clean nose of Corey Cook now.
Well, I bet these guys are saying thank God for that extra quick fix there because this track seems like it just wants to eat them and spit them out tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like I said, Robert, this is I would say abnormal from most of the mile and a half we go to. Like Las Vegas is kind of similar due to the fact that you can stay wide open for so long there. Also, Chicagoland, it doesn't do it as long. It's usually 1 or 2 laps at Chicagoland, if any. So and at certain temperatures, you don't even have the ability to run wide open. So
right,
yeah, this track right here just suits this package a lot to keep the the excitement level. So looks like Brady there stayed out. So I have Brady here staying out in the 88. Davey's going to restart their second. Gotta give a shout out to Jay Bell there, his teammate of Davey Hendricks. Those two have just stayed together the whole race and working together good.
Well, we also do got a team that changed names too.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's I believe he.
I know I've seen it somewhere.
They changed from Fast Pack Racing to Peak Performance.
That's it. So that's
and
just
that would be Matthew in the 5, I believe. Yeah, Matthew in the 5 is part of that team. So, and Dylan Parker, who is suspended. But here we go back green.
all right. Well, we're gonna get ready to go back green. Green's out. Off we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, we got somebody in the back there. Was that the 17? No, the 19. 19 of Jordan. He got such a jump back there.
Definitely did. Get the 88 of Brady Clark though here. He's holding on to the lead, but look at the teammates here. The teammates working, push around him. Davey Hendricks pushing Jay Bell, that 14 on the outside line. But here comes Matthew Chastain. Can he hit up the 88 or is he going to the inside of the 88? 88 covers him off.
That and the 88's on older tires, so it looks like that 88 with them older tires. Wow, look at these cars just.
Corey Cook's sending it in the middle of Noah in the 8 there and William on the bottom in the 18.
It's like we're watching a draft race, man. That 14 and 38 are hooked up going down the backstretch.
Yeah, that's teammates working together. That Davey's doing everything he can to push that 14 by this 88, but the 75 is also doing a great job of keeping the 88 up there too. So very wild stuff here. It looks like Corey Cook is trying to stick his nose in there, maybe make it 3 wide in the middle of Davey Hendricks and Matthew Chastain.
Side by side, and looks like Jay and that 14 is going to clear the 88, but I don't think he's going to go down. He's going to stay with his teammate on the high side. And a 75 a 75 is going to stick and stay with that 88 and just keep pushing him as long as he can and as long as them tires hold up for that 88 Budweiser.
Yeah, and the outside line had a little bit of a check up there with the 61 of Corey Cook. I believe he just couldn't see very well there on entry, and he kind of checked up a little bit. But that's another thing with these big old spoilers. It's really hard to see behind someone now. As you see Davey right on the tailgate of his teammate. Man, that'll that car in your mirror, you just see the window pretty much the way these mirrors are. So you know that's you know the guy's pretty close, but that's all you can see. So side by side by side, like it's everywhere, Robert.
Yeah, that's just right. You just took the words. We were thinking on the same page there, Zach. Side by side, all the way back to the 19 and the 42 of Jordan and Paul. Now the 10's going to get involved side by side. Here comes the 22 of Bryson there. He's going to go side by side now. The whole field is side by side.
And Matthew Chastain got a little upset there on the entry there, and he had to check up a little bit. But I got to give Brady Clark a shout out with that damage on the front end. He's doing great.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's got a little bit there on the right front too there, Zach. Just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit.
And just a little bit. Look at Corey.
Oh!
61. He's going to stick in the middle 3 wide.
3 wide, going into turn 1. He's going to...
here. Jay Bell in the lead here. It's tight. Oh, no. Be careful, guys.
Oh. Whoa. And,
that's going to be a dangerous move there. Whew.
Oh, the 14 got loose. And the 88's going to slide up the track. Does a 38 give the 60? You see what the 38 did there, Zach? He gave that 61 that room.
Yeah. But look here, Robert. 88 goes to the outside. Now the 61 goes... the 61 to the outside, 88 to the inside. Here's teammate Davey Hendricks. Does he help J.D. anymore? He said, you know what, I helped as much as I can. He's going to go 4 wide for the lead.
4 wide!
Into 3 and 4. Davey
No!
Hendricks on the bottom.
Can they do it? Oh, the 61 gets bumped up the track and hits the wall.
Oh, and there's a car wreck.
Oh!
Yellow flag is out.
Who said we can't go 4 wide at Kansas?
Yeah.
Holy.
Corey Cook was unfortunately the loser in that just due to, the wildness there.
Wow.
That wreck there was due to Gavin Martin in the 24.
24, okay. All right.
He
Let's
had
see.
a hard hit to the outside wall.
All right. Yeah, he's coming down pit road. Let's go back on the replay. And, oh, man. Oh, and the 7. Well, the 7 got a warp. 7 just drove right through him.
Yeah, I believe the 10 got some damage from that. Yeah, Darren Cole.
Yeah. I think the 42 was involved in that, too, though. It looked like maybe.
Paul Turner, he looks pretty clean there. Ed Burrell was on the bottom, and that's the 24. I don't know if he knew Ed was down there. He just kept coming down, and really Ed had nowhere to go and caused that spin. And yeah, that was a wild hit for Gavin Martin. He's going to get his fast repair and get his clean 24 out the garage. So it's good for him as everybody comes back down pit road.
Well, that helps the 88. He held strong on 11 lap tires against these guys here. So give him props for holding off that long, on new tires against old tires. So I think he just learned something there, Zach, for the end of the race. If it comes down to it, that 11 lap old tires can hold off a good 8 to 10 lap run. Which would make that that makes that very interesting that he could hold off that long and stay up there in the front. Now we do know the draft had to play a key factor into that too. But that's interesting. That is some interesting stats there, everybody.
Yeah, that's for sure, Robert. That was very wild. I cannot believe them guys made that 4 wide work without them causing the wreck. Unfortunately, Corey Cook did get into the outside wall there. But I believe they got that right front worked on, and he should be good now. So, yeah, he'll get that 61 back out there. That was a heck of a racing. And, man, I did not expect that going into 3 and 4 there, lap 30 something. So, can you only imagine what it'll be coming down to the end here? These guys are going to put it all on the line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 4 wide on lap 31 of 135. What's that tell you towards the end of the race? Now, bringing that up, Zach. Everybody out there that watches here at Freaky Fast and watches SlideJawb Racing League here at Freaky Fast, go back and watch the previous races through and to the end of the race. And, well, what you see there, these guys are no hold barred. When it comes down to the end of the race, yeah, prepare yourself. That's all I can say, because you're going to have people, you know, they race. How can I say it? What's the word I'm trying to say out there? They race for every point.
All on the line.
I mean, I'm talking all on the line.
They're all in. They don't hold back none.
Yeah, I mean,
these guys cherish a win. They really want to win. That's really the thing that you probably see the most, is just the desire to win, and that's what drives the driver to win. So, what drives the driver?
Drives the driver. Yeah, what you just said.
The driver drives the track as he drives for the drive to win.
There you go. Oh, hope everybody's enjoying broadcast here tonight at Freaky Fast here, as we are bringing you SlideJawb Racing League here at Kansas Speedway. 135 laps here from Colonial Riders. They're proud sponsor of their series here tonight. So, and don't forget, Zach, lap 60. You know, they go first to 10th. Points matter too. So, who are we gonna have to win the stage? Is the stage, and we had a couple different winners this year on stage racing too. So, I mean, that they even towards the end of the race, these guys race no hose barred, but they also do it during the race and they do it during the stage, and this is just awesome racing. So if you're looking for a league, make sure you check these guys out every Monday night. But, well, we're going to get going back green here as that 38 there of Mr. Hendricks is going to go. And, wow, his teammates, they timed that perfectly.
Yeah, they got Brady Clark and Matthew Chastain there sleeping on that restart. And Jay Bell and Dave Hendricks out to pull out to a good sizable lead here. Now, watch this, Robert. You see how spaced out this is?
Yep.
In 5 laps, these guys are all going to be on top of each other, and that little restart there is not going to really matter. Just due to the draft, you can already see, look at Brady Clark and Chastain, they've already pulled to the back bumper and Jay Bell.
And that's what I was going to say. Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, Zach. The top 6 took off and they were spread out, and how fast does it take? I mean, we're watching the 44 and the 42. Just look at them suck right back up into it, and it's like a slinky that it's gonna slinky out through, and they're just all gonna come right back into the bunch.
Yeah, you're gonna see Eric Moore here and Paul Turner in that 42. They're already drawing their way themselves in. Brian Dees and Noah Moria. Oh man, I gotta work on that last name, but Noah there in the 8. They're gonna push their way up there to this pack too. I imagine they'll be part of this fight here in a few moments.
Yeah, it's not going to take long. We will go back here to 10th place. Ed Burrell's going to latch on there with the 10 of Cole. And then we go back to Jordan and Bryson. They're going to team up there a little bit. Well, no, guess not. Bryson's running a different line than that 19 out there. But Ed Burrell just put down the fastest lap there, Zach, of a 29.431.
Yeah, and running in 10th right there, Robert. That shows you where this draft is so strong. You know, the 10th place car is running the fastest times on the racetrack right now. You normally would not see that unless it's just a weird occurrence in this package.
Yeah,
the guy out front is going to be the slowest just because he's breaking the air for everybody.
Right, and you look at that 17 run. Look at wow, man. Look at this. We started out with 6 cars, and we are now 10 cars packed for the lead. Within you said, Zach, 5 laps, and it's been 7 laps. So pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, it's it happens quicker, and you gotta see like guys switching lanes, trying to get position on other people. But one thing that's not changed is Jay Bell stuck to the back bumper of that 38, and I believe they have 4 teammates in a line now. Because I believe Eric Moore and Paul Turner at 42 are all teammates here at Longshot. And that's going to be huge. Chastain's trying to break that up there, but Chastain is going to get a little loose there. He's going to slide back to the clutches of the other drivers.
Well, that's the question. You try to figure out. These drivers are searching for clean air, and from what I can see here tonight, clean air is not. You don't want clean air. It just doesn't seem to work. It just seems, like you said, it's like a draft package. You get behind somebody and you stay there. From what I'm seeing,
go anywhere when you can't get away. So you're kind of right now just riding,
right?
Trying to position yourself for the best chance. Once it starts to get to that 30 year, it's really tough point. So these guys are all over the track. They're using every bit.
Well, and that, Zach, I'm looking at the last laps of these guys ran here, and they all ran all the way down to 10th position, a 29.8. So what's that tell you, everybody out there? That it doesn't matter where you go, if you're outside the draft or in the draft, your lap times are basically the same, and you just can't get away from nobody. As we see here, the 14 trying to figure something out. We got the 42 going way up high there, and Matthew Chastain is going to latch on back there. It looked like Noah. Did I say that right? Nora.
Yeah, you did. Noah.
Noah. That's what I wanted to say. Anyways, about 3 laps ago, he hit the apron, and he fell back a little bit, but now look at it. He sucked right back up to that 88. Oh, the 42's into the wall, hit Matthews. Oh, the 17 and the 8 got connected. We have 2 wrecks. Wow, I don't even know where to go with this. There was 2 wrecks happening at the
42.
same time. Well, and the 8,
safer barrier.
the 8 and 17 also wrecked too at the same time there, Zach.
Yeah, it took the 42. He just caught that safer barrier on entry to 1 there.
Oh,
it just sticks out. He comes down the racetrack, hits the 17, and that causes him to go back right, taking out the 75 of Matthew Chastain there. Then after that, leads to the 17 hitting the 8, taking Noah out. And the 22 is going to sustain a little damage. And also the 12 of William Martin. So,
yeah.
And the 18 of William Ahmed.
Yeah, we go back here on the replay and we watch here, Zach. The 17, here comes the 42 down. Hits him in the passenger side. He tries to save it and, right into the 8. The 8 goes flying through the air and spins around. So, yeah, I mean, the poor 17, wrong place at the wrong time. Wow, got some.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just something you can't really control out of your control really. And looks like Hendricks, Bell, Moore, Clark are going to stay out here. Looks like Darren Cole is going to follow them, but Ed Burrell is going to bring down Jordan in the 19. Also got the 18 with some damage. He's going to come down and try to get it fixed. Hard hits for a lot of these guys. Gotta say, Robert, these big wrecks, these guys are wearing thin on the fast repairs.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet these guys are happy they have 2 now. I said I would have been out of this race in a few minutes. So, it's a tough thing when you're racing like this. That's what this package creates. These wild, crazy moments you never get at these racetracks, and we're seeing these drivers deal with it, and it's equating to a little bit of fireworks. And right there was just a simple mistake that led to that huge crash. And that's a simple mistake that probably wouldn't cause any wreck, normally at Kansas, because you wouldn't have really even be side by side right there. He would have bounced off and went to the apron. But with this package, you're side by side all the time. And he bounced off into the 17, collected the 75, and then from there it was just fireworks.
Right. Well, and Kansas ain't a self-cleaning track either. when it comes to wrecks. Normally, if a vehicle's going to go up into the outside wall, he's going to be somewhere on the outside wall into the middle of the turn, and it doesn't self-clean itself off like a Bristol or a Dover, where you go up and the car automatically goes down to the apron. You know what I mean? As it goes back down the big banking there, you know. So that makes a difference too, as the cars don't clean themselves off as they're wrecking.
That's a huge factor. That's a huge factor in how these wrecks play out. Banking can change a lot. How a spinning out of control race car is being affected. So that's something these guys have to think of. You got to judge really a wreck in real time. It feels like your brain slows it down, but you really don't. So in real time, you got to process it so fast and make that one split second decision and in your race. And it's tough. It's always tough being in that driver's seat when you see cars and smoke. It drives me crazy sometimes just thinking about some of the wrecks I could have missed if I went this way or that way. It's just that split second call was wrong. Yeah, and that's what it's all based on. So
yeah, and sitting behind the wheel too, everything happens so fast that you're like left, right, left. Oh no, and you hit the brakes, and then you're getting back in the gas, and sometimes you think you make it through, and then all of a sudden clip. And you could get you in the left rear, left right rear, and you're going for a circle. Then you're like, oh man, I thought I made it.
Yep, that's exactly how I think a lot of us feel here. So
I'm impressed with Long Shot Motorsports here, though. Top 3 so far here.
And with Paul Turner, the unfortunate accident, he is going to be a lap down, but let's say he had a fast repair still, so he's got a clean car, but they had 4 of their drivers in the top 4, so was very, very impressive, and now they even got Darren Cole up there, so
yep.
Really, all 5 of their drivers are, really performing tonight.
I also, I got to give a shout out because I have to, but Space Jam Racing is actually Ed Burrell out there is actually my teammate in a different league, so I have to give my teammate a shout out, because if I don't, I kind of don't look like a good owner. Oh yeah, so all right, well, hey man, let's see if Long Shots can keep these guys at bay in the back there as that pace car ducks in here, Zach, and we are going to get ready to go back green here on lap 48 of 135, and off we go. Freaky green time.
Look at Davey Hendricks taking off. Shot out of cannon with teammates in tow, so that's exactly what he wants to see at this moment. Now this is going to get wild, Robert. We're coming to that stage at lap 60. Now we gotta look back here at Matthew in that 5. He set on the pole, got in that wreck. He's kind of set in the back, missed some wrecks. I think this is his time to charge up. I think he wants to get the stage win. He's right there, moving up places. It's going to be interesting to see what our pole setter can do, as he's up to 7th now.
Well, that, and we're right back to what we said on the last restart. Everybody's single file, but that's not going to last long. And not only that, now looking at the stats here, wow, the top 5 stayed out on their tires there, Zach. They got 18 laps on their tires. Ed Burrell has 5 laps on his tires, now 6. And he's running in 6th place, so he's got a lot better tires than everybody else out there in the field right now. Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's wild. He's going to try to use those to his advantage, I bet. He's racing right now with our pole setter Matthew in the 5. He's side by side going down that first straightaway. Matthew's going to get another position to get to that 6th position. Now he's coming up to the teammates. Other than Brady Clark, all he sees is Long Shot right here, and he's going to go to the outside of them. So is Ed Burrell to the inside, Darren Cole.
Well, maybe somebody can give the Long Shot a long shot.
Yeah, remember, The 5 has not won this season, so.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give a shout out. Well, not a shout out, but I'm going to ask the fans out there that are tuning in on Facebook and YouTube side. We're going to get ready. We got about 8 laps to go here until the stage, but before we get to that stage on lap 60, let's do a ride around. And who do you want to ride around with out here at Kansas? In car, get a ride around, get the feel of this track. Give us a shout out there on Facebook and YouTube, and we will go in the car and be quiet and watch them race around. But until then, long shot out there, man. They're looking very, very strong, and that 5 is he's trying the outside line there, and it looks like it's working pretty well. But look at this, here comes Ed with them fresh tires.
Yeah, I believe the 5's on fresh ones too, isn't he, Robert?
Is he? Yes, he is. Him and Ed are both on the same stunt there on tires.
You got the 7 too, Derek, back up here.
Oh, where did he come from?
Yes, exactly. He survived from the dead pretty much there. Oh, it got some hardcore racing between Brady Clark and Eric Moore. Ooh, off of 2. Look at this 3 wide into 3 and 4. Ed Burrell going for second, and Matthew up top of the 5 going for it.
Isaiah.
Oh no! Oh, that was.
Oh no! Oh, big wreck! Hold your britches. All right. Wow. Okay, Zach. That is
Bill 55 and Emerald heavy damage. I think, Robert, that was.
Oh, that looked netcode.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Robert. It looks like a case of some netcode there because they never touched on my view, and man, it just said straight right.
We can watch right here, Zach. We'll go with this view here. As they come down into turn 3. I went back a little bit, but we'll watch really close here. Oh, looks clean. Oh yeah. Oh, Major, yeah. They never even touched it. Just all of a sudden took Ed's car and shot it to the right. Well, that does go back to this here, that this is an internet-based game, and these things do happen. Happens to the best. But it looks like everybody right now wants to ride around with Jay Bell there in the 14. So as he gets his car fixed, we will have a lap or 2 around with Jay once we get going here. But until then, we are going to quick run to a commercial, as I like to say here at Freaky Fast. Me and Zach like to wet our whistle every once in a while from all this talking. So we will be right back after this quick word and see what happens with this stage.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old, and I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope that I'm able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college, I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we are back after that quick word. All right, well, let's see here. We're on lap 57. Oh, this might be a one-lap shootout for the stage here, Zach. If we go back green next time by, it would be one lap.
Yeah, that's what we're possibly looking at. I wonder if we've seen. Looks like 17th here. Brian Dees, I believe he's trying to get a wave around. Noah's a lap down. 42 Paul Turner's a lap down. Yeah, all these guys are getting wave around here. So.
Well, this is going to be interesting because I know Davey there in the 38, he has won at least one or two stages this season so far. Does he play the game and let his teammate there, Eric, get a stage win? 10 points? Does that help? What's he do? He's got Penske Racing right behind him there. Williams has not won a stage yet this season. But 24 hasn't won a stage. Eberl hasn't won a stage. Wow, we have a lot of drivers up here that have not won a stage yet, Zach.
Yeah, I was just about to point out, we got William Martin here in the 12 up here now. Gavin Martin, too, after his big wreck in the 24. Then Eberl's got a chance, too, here, starting 6th. But you got the teammates, too, right here. Eric Moore and Jay Bell with Davey Hendricks, of course, leads. So it's going to be a crapshoot. See what they got.
All right, well, we're going to get ready to go back green here. One lap shootout. Top 10 get points. Hang on. 38 takes off, and let's see if he helps his teammate here or not. It's only going to be one lap. As at 12, he's like, nope, me, I need the points, Wow, I got the 12 and the 14 side by side. What's that 44 do? Oh, he wants to go up and help his teammate, but
be interesting, Robert, see if they throw the caution this lap.
I think they have to complete lap 60. I think. Whoa, and that 24 blinked in and out. Now all of a sudden he's there. I didn't even see where he came from. It's like he came out of the track.
Yeah, that's the white flag right
and,
here. For this.
And I was telling you, look at that, Zach. The 44, Eric.
Yeah. He just made the move to the bottom. The 12's pushing him.
And that 14's going to help the 38.
I think the 44's got it, Robert. I don't see nothing, no energy coming.
No.
Yeah, he's going stage. Eric
and
Moore.
look at that. Look at that. We should have a caution coming out. Or not.
Unless they counted that as the stage before.
They might have. I was never told.
What they do in caution situations.
Yeah, I was never told about caution, so. Well, we missed the stage. That would go to the 38 then. But, all right, well. Okay, well, they want to do a ride around here, so the next time by here, if we stay green, we will do a ride around here, but. So. At 24, he's coming back up through the field here. We got the 7 coming back up through the 5. Looks like he's outside the draft.
He's in the draft.
Do you think he's okay?
I think he's just lurking. I believe he's got. He may have no fast repairs left, so I believe he's taking it very cautiously. And at this point in the run, he just needs to stay in tow right here and not let these guys get too far ahead. And then, as the run starts to go on, see if he can pick his way through once it starts to spread out a little bit. Because he's not going anywhere if he gets up here. He's not going to run away from the field. He just needs to stay right there. I think the 5 is playing a very, very smart game tonight.
Right. All right, well, let's ride around here with the 14 of Jade here, running in 3rd, 4th position here for a lap or two, Zach, and let's listen to his throttle play and see what he does here as he's going down into turn 3 and 4, riding behind that 38 with his teammate down there in the 44 on the inside. So, all right, everybody, turn her up. All right, that was 2 laps around here with the 14 of Jade. I just noticed him running around here, Zach. Does side draft play a big factor here at 1.5 miles with this draft package? Because I'm trying to figure out what that 14's doing. As he's going down the backstretch, he gets really close to that 12, and then he goes back up. If you watch him really closely, he's not falling right behind his teammate in the 38.
Well, Robert, side draft is I'd like to call it a controversial topic on iRacing. A lot of people do think it works. I'm one of the naysayers and say, in the real world terms of things, that is a huge thing you gotta do, because you're slowing the guy down, like you're packing air on a spooler. Really, if you get close to somebody in iRacing, in my opinion, you just make both cars faster. You really, now, in the corners, you're going to want to get close to them just to pinch them down and make them have to put more wheel into it, not let them drift up and let the scrub off more speed. But the side draft, really, you're actually gaining draft off the car. So if more than anything, when you're drafting up with someone, you can pull to the door and get a side draft to get more momentum, speed them up a little bit too, because it's almost like they're getting the push of your air coming off your car. It's a really weird thing, but it's something I've definitely tested a lot.
The 14, did he?
Is he gonna save it? He saves it, Robert.
Wow,
what a save!
Did that 44 just clip the apron?
He caught the apron. Yeah, he caught the apron, Robert. That is exactly what that led to that. Now look at this. This is going to be interesting. You got the 38 and the 14. The 14 out front. They got a good little gap here to Gavin Martin in that 24. About a second gap here. Can these other guys join up behind them and run them down, or are we already at the point of running where these guys can start to run away with it?
Good question, because this is going to be, I believe this is the longest run we had here tonight without a yellow, as we had a total of 6 cautions here tonight so far, with a total of 16 lead changes at the line. So it's not through the race, each lap, but good question, Zach. I mean, air temperature in this track here out, here at Kansas went down 1 degree. Track temperature stayed about right where it started at here in tonight's race, and we are now at 10:30 at night here at Kansas, so I don't think the track is going to cool down anything more. Not if the longer you get this run, that it's not going to get time to cool down,
Definitely. And as you can see, Gavin Martin is slowly closing in. He's also pulling William Martin there in the 12 in. But look also who we haven't talked about much tonight other than that first restart, Bryson Clark in the 5 and the 22 up to 5th. He had that change to see, he had the change of manufacturer there, Robert, and the Penske team for him. He's the only one in house that went to a Toyota, so he's decided to switch manufacturers with this. He didn't think the Ford was getting it enough for him, so.
That's a gutsy call. I mean, halfway through a season, and I'm not happy with the Ford performance, I guess, and he decided he's seeing that 38 of that Toyota really having a strong season, and he said, you know what, I gotta try it myself. And that's what's nice about iRacing and this. You get to pick what car you want, and I don't go by saying one car's faster than the other, blah 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 blah. I think the physics of the cars are all the same, but some people thinks it is a difference. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, that's a good question there, Robert.
Yeah. I guess you can't answer that one, huh?
Yeah, unless you're iRacing, I guess. So, see the dirty air right there.
Hang on.
Dirty air led to that right
14 is spinning, and
that's a caution.
And Jay is just not having a season, Zach. This season's
unfortunate.
beating him up.
And see, this is the part of the run, Robert. That's the first time all night I've seen someone get into the wall due to getting the push from the dirty air behind.
Yep,
And,
you can just see right there.
Lift, and they're carrying a lot of speed still with that draft, having to lift more. And see, it called them out right there. I guarantee it even surprised them because they haven't experienced it all night mostly. But right there was the first case of that dirty air and that clean air being the best. So.
Yeah, and the only way to experience that would be during practice tonight. You would have to get a good 20-lap run in to be able to know, okay, this is the time that my car starts pushing, and that's what a lot of drivers do during practice, and I do it too. You get that long run, you got to during practice run a 30-lap run, and look, okay, on lap 27, my car starts pushing. It's gonna carry over to the race, and as long as you know when your car starts pushing and when you have to let off the gas, you can factor that into the race, and that's why practice is so important, everybody.
As they say, practice makes perfect. So that's a definite fact, I would say.
Yeah.
But they went about 20 laps there, Robert. So yeah, that's the first time we've seen really tires play into factor in handling issues. So we got a long enough run now to where it's definitely going to be some handling issues. It's going to be interesting to see if they can make it on fuel, really.
Good question. We haven't talked about fuel all night either here. They do 75% fuel load. So I don't know. What are we looking at 100%?
Now, if this was, well, I do have Davey. I'm right along with Davey. He's shutting it off and rolling the car.
Oh.
But with 100% fuel load, I would definitely say you can make it. Or right in the window and making it, because it's about 55 laps to the end of this race. Is about what we're getting to here. So I would say you can make 55 laps on a full tank, but these guys have 75% of a full tank already, and that's going to take some laps off right there. And I don't believe anybody's going to make it, more than 60 something laps. So I don't see anybody making it with the 75% fuel load.
Well, I know the drivers in the back. If I was, I would just go in and top off. I mean,
yeah, definitely want to top off here, Robert. You could pull some strategy stuff here, even with the top off situation here. So
yeah.
It really, if I'm a driver out there, I'm thinking of the situation here. Do I top off? Come in, top off, get 4 tires. I can take less fuel if I come in earlier and just get 2 tires. So once you see the lap time, you can see this. This is actually a very interesting racetrack. You start off the laps, you pick up speed about 6 laps in, and then the time slowly drop from there. And then from what you started, it's about 15 to 16, 17 laps before you run about the speed of what you started. And then after that, maybe you come in and take 2 tires, and you take that less fuel and less time on pit road, and you get them tires early, and you go out there and run as fast as you can and see if you can, make it to the end. So it's going to be interesting to see if anybody plays any strategy like that. I don't know what kind of tire wear they're getting tonight, but I would definitely say they're most likely a little bit free. So, or maybe a little bit tight too. Well, 75% fuel load, yeah, that's definitely going to make it tighter in this cool temperatures. But, you definitely can. This package sometimes does have a tendency at nighttime to get a little free, but we'll see here. I mean, Davey keeps definitely shutting it off and clutching, cutting it off and restarting. But
Williams in the 12 hasn't, and we talked to Matthews, Chastain in the interview there before the race, and he said tires weren't a factor tonight. Now,
right.
I don't know if how much that applies just to his driving style, or does that apply to everybody? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll have to sit back and get some popcorn and wait and see what happens.
That's for sure here. And you know, another reason Davey can be saving fuel is for balance. It'll make the car turn better. So pace car's going off.
Well, pace car's off. We'll get ready to go freaky green here on lap 80, and green's out.
Davey with a good restart there. He's gonna get a big old gap, and here comes the 5 though. Can't keep him out of our minds, Robert. Pole setter, he's got to have a lot of speed here.
Yeah, and you know the other thing.
I really think he's going to be a challenge for Davey here. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Nope, you're fine. I was going to bring up here, Zach. This is the first time that 38 has not had any of his teammates with him.
Yeah, that's another thing, Robert. He doesn't have that security blanket, you know, that he's had a little bit. At least someone you know that you're communicating with and you can work together well. Here he's in a whole new territory here now. He's got a pack of wolves behind him.
Yeah, look at the scoring here. It looks like the next closest teammate would be Eric, but he's running at position number 11 back there, and then he's got Jade all the way back at 13th position. So they got some ground to gain, to get back up there and help him.
And we can't put it past Davey though. You know, as a points leader, having a huge points lead, having a great season. He's showed a lot of composure, and that's why he's in the position he is in. And Gavin, he's looking ever slightly on that bottom, but he's being patient, not just sticking it in there when it could definitely end up in a bad situation. But side by side here, you got William Martin also up in the 12, so a lot of good run for these guys. Look at Derek Newsom in the 7.
Whoa!
He just stuck his nose in there. He said, "I want to go through wide, guys."
And it looked like the 75 of Matthews got loose or something, but that 7 of BP space there, he's got some damage on the right side there, Zach. I don't know how much that's going to hinder him.
He's got a good bit of damage on that front end. I mean, in the draft, Robert, I think
it's
he's
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to be pretty slow in the straights, I'd say, if he has no draft or if he loses this draft. He's being pretty aggressive though right now. He's not letting the 5 open that door up in the middle. It's making it hard on the 5 here, trying to get around Davey.
Well, it's looking like that top line is actually moving a lot faster than the bottom line there, as our pole sitter Matthews is looking to take the lead, and no, he did not lead that lap. Davey held him off to take that lap again with 50 to go here in the books.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think about 10 to 15 laps is when the outside line is going to be the better line. But right now at the moment on these tires, I believe the bottom is still going to be the best, just the shortest way around. But the outside line, every lap is going to get better. And it's going to be interesting to see if Davey can clear the 5 and get up there. What does he do? Does he stay high, or does he let the 5 go underneath him? But good side-by-side racing here going on. And the 5 is, he's working the outside line. Look at the runs already good. They're kind of gaining up on him a little bit here too.
I was ready to say, it looks like they're gaining up on him, but that 38's he doesn't have, he got a little bit of the draft of the 24, but not much, and he's holding his ground.
Yeah, the 38 is doing an amazing job. He's really doing it in 3 and 4. Doing an amazing job in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, these guys actually do. Let's see the 5 here. Really get a good run down the back straightaway, coming off of 2. But 3 and 4, this 38 is really hooking up 3 and 4 here, painting that white line.
Oh, as long as he does
a pretty good job there off of 4 though that time.
Excuse me. Well, that's 7. I'm going
around the outside. That was an amazing move.
Wow.
What a job by him to drive around the outside of the 7.
And that 12 and 22 are teammates, but now that 22, Bryson is stuck behind the 7, or was. Now he's going to try to clear Ed Burrell. He's got the 18 right behind of Williams there. Well, I know you said in the points though, Derek, he's 1 point out. So I don't know how much I would battle. He's probably looking.
Sticking there 3 wide between the Martins. He is. That's a tough spot right there. Hard racing going on now.
Well,
right here we come to 45 to go, Robert.
When do you start thinking about points racing instead of win racing? I mean, it's me.
As a driver, you never do.
Yeah, I guess that's why I never win.
Yeah, sometimes you got to throw caution to the wind and just go for it if you have the chance, like these guys got. If it's within your window, you can see the lead. Oh, and there's some neck contact. The 18 just had to save of. Oh man, how did the 18 save that? Oh,
did he save it? No, he did not. Oh, Matthew Chastain is involved, and yellow is now out.
Oh no! But the 18, the first save with William there. You're going to have to get a replay of that, Robert, to show the ladies and gentlemen. That was a heck of a save. That thing was almost all the way around. He did a good job of almost keeping it out.
Wow.
That was tough.
Wow, and the 61 ran into the back of the 75 because of the 18 trying to save it.
Yeah. That's not going to hurt Chastain, though, too bad. It's really just center punch right in the bumper. So, not too bad.
Oh, we'll watch again here on the... Oh, yeah, look at that save, man. That thing was... Wow.
It was almost completely around. Yeah, he really brought it back around. That's another good thing about that high downforce package, Robert. That thing, you can save it sometimes. You really, really can save some of the wrecks with these things. What a job by William there. Unfortunately, it's really when you get slower and you get on that straightaway, you lose the banking. You're already up in the marbles, heated the tires up, and it's just hard to get it back straight. He did everything he could. But I think he came out of it better than what he could have came out of if he'd backed it into the wall. So,
yeah, I think the 75 of Matthews got the worst brunt of that one, and he wasn't even close to it.
Yeah, well, his damage is not too bad though. I think his damage really won't affect him too much there in that rear bumper area. So, Chastain should be decent. He's really lucky the caution came out there, and so give him some new tires on and give him another shot to get back up there because, like we talked to him before the race, he wants to perform well and get that victory. He said a victory was in the cards. So, looks like, oh no, I think Davey's going to get it. Yeah, Davey did get it. Nice battle off pit road there with Matthew at the 5.
Well, Derek got a new vehicle. He's I'm assuming that a lot of these guys just used their last quick fix. I'd probably say 90% of the field used it up. So any kind of banging, and damage now could, oh boy,
It's gonna be very wild, Robert. It's go time now, and any wreck now that happens, like a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these guys using the fast spares. I can tell you one man who hasn't used a fast spare. That's Davey Hendricks.
Yeah.
So he's kept that 38 up front clean all night. He's done exactly what he's needed to. Shoot, he has some mulligans in his back pocket now. That if he gets caught up in something, he can be very aggressive at this moment, in my opinion. So he definitely has a good chance, and it's going to be tough though. That 5, I'm telling you, I think he's really been lurking all night. And the 22, look at him, he's worked his way up the 3rd. He's a pass winner this season. Never know. That 7's been quick. He's got him a new car. Look at Jay Bell on the 14. He's worked back up to 6, Robert. So you never know here. We could see some fireworks here because just from what we've seen already so far through this race, it's been very, very, very epic.
Yeah, I think the 14, I don't got a... Trying to find a shot here. It looks like the 14's got a little bit of damage, though, so... From what I can see, they're on the right
looks like
side.
A little bit of front there damage.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's really not too bad. So don't really think that'll play too much of a factor for him there. So I think he'll be all good.
Well, let's hope. Because we know these cars are very aerodynamic, you know, especially at a 1.5-mile track like this. You know, this is not short track racing. You know, every little beat and banging can hurt you in speed. As we got some cars getting waved around. Looks like the 15, the 42, and the 19 of Jordan all get waved around. And now we got Bryson Clark there in the 22. You were saying there, Zach. He's got some rear end damage, but he had that like almost 70% of the race. So I think he's got one up his sleeve yet.
That's always a good thing to have there, and that'll be interesting to see.
Well, we got 40 to go, so
I believe they should be able to make it from here, Robert.
yeah, I would imagine. No one's shutting their vehicles off now, so I think they should be good to go on fuel. But we could be wrong, because we forgot about the green-white checkered.
That's right,
and they're known for green-white checkered.
This may be the last time that Porsche pulls off for tonight.
All right, we're gonna wait for them to go back green. That flagman's gonna wave that green flag, and he's gonna set these guys sail again down into turn 1 as that 38 gets a great jump. But as we said before, getting a jump like that, and we got teammates side by side too. So does that 12 hop in behind the 22 there, or does he stay on the high side? Oh, looks like he's not going to work with his teammate.
Yeah, look what the 5's doing. The 5 took the big wide arc. He's going to run through the center of the corner. He's going to get to the outside of the 38. This is going to be a good run down here. But the 22 is going to be right behind the 38. That's going to help the 38 a lot. He has the help and the momentum, but they're starting to stack up a little bit as you got Jay Bell making the moves there in the 14, trying to work his way up into his podium positions.
Well, we've seen before with all this going on that 38 has one stale of a car. Very, very strong car, and it seemed like the high line can't get by him. The low line can't get by him unless you do a bold move. I think what's going to happen here, Zach, is that top line, whoever it is going to have to get pushed hard to pass that 38. And it's not going to be just 1 or 2 cars. I think they got to get 3 to 4 cars up there on that high line and just get nose to tail and just do like a Talladega pass.
Yeah, I think that's their best shot too, Robert. They have to gang up on this 38.
Well, yeah. I mean, somebody's gonna have to. I mean, and you can see now Nora there in the 8 just put down a 29.3 fastest lap of the race. And track temperature it did drop 1 degree.
Sticking in the middle again.
Oh man!
The 7 has been one of the most aggressive people, sticking right in the middle of the corner, right 3 wide, and he clears. He's definitely continuing to be that. And wow, what a move! He gets up to second, leads his front row. Can he get by the 38?
Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, these guys have been on top of each other all night long. Could not get away. They could throw a blanket over this field, Robert.
What are we looking at? Let's see here. We're all the way 12 cars. Back to the 17th of 17th. Sorry, the 17. Oh!
Ryan using air Burrell and Noah. Oh, and Noah back on the racetrack.
Oh, and the 15's locking it up. Go back.
Wow, the 15 did a good job of missing that. Wow, you should ride on board with him for all this for that.
Let's see if we can see what happened here with
the 8 and the 21. Noah and Ed.
Okay, we just had a little bit of glitch there, but I fixed it. Apologize for that. Oh, we didn't get that replay. I clicked on the wrong button. I apologize.
Yeah, it was really just the issue there of the 8 was on the inside of the 21, and on the apron, and I think the just a little bit of contact as the 8 was trying to get back on the racetrack, and sent both of them spinning.
Ooh. Oh. Now we definitely don't got to worry about tires to fuel with 33 laps to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be what I like to say, a crapshoot to end now. It's gonna be every man's game, and it's only gonna be harder from here on out.
Yeah, and you know, you were just talking to with that about that 7. Very, very aggressive. He is out for a win. Second place is not going to satisfy him tonight. He's been taking it 2 wide, 3 wide, no matter what. High, low, middle. I mean, he's putting his car in places that shocking, you know. But earlier they went 4 wide.
They definitely was definitely that 4 wide moment was amazing. And looks like Brady Clark there, Robert. I believe he took 2 tires.
Ooh,
so he's gonna
let's
jump
see
ahead of
here.
everybody here.
You're right. His pit stop was a 5.8 to everybody's 14s.
Yeah, and this is gonna be interesting because this is gonna put Davey in this situation to start second on the outside. Does someone, if you got to get ahead of Davey, this is your chance to get ahead of him right here, and you got to get ahead of 38 and make sure he's not dictating this lead. I feel like you want to beat him, so these guys got to make sure they get everything on this restart because this might be the last. I know I said that last time, but you never know.
I don't.
Sport of racing.
Well, very true, very true. But I don't think this is the last.
If I was a betting man, Robert, it definitely is not the last.
Yeah.
But
we hope it is. But these guys are, no holds barred, man. They go for it. They want to put on a show for the fans out there.
And I think this 2-tire change is a pretty good idea. Also,
you think?
Why not? I mean, get the track position. I mean, that's a lot of times what you need in these situations. And Brady played it. And, they didn't really go that far on tires there. So, it'll be interesting. It'll be very, very.
Yeah.
See if he can pull this off here.
I'm just not a fan of 2 tires. It scares me. Because it might be great for 3-4 laps, and then all of a sudden you start getting snappy loose. And it's just me, but I don't know if that's a good call, man. I don't know. I mean, time will tell, but I just don't know.
I completely agree with you. If this was the older package, but with this package, I really feel like 2 tires is, especially on a track like this. At nighttime, this is the best time you can take 2 tires on a cup car, is at night in Kansas. And I think it's going to play out well for him. I think we'll be surprised how well it works. I don't think he'll just straight drop back unless he gets, put in the sucker hole and just has no friends. Everybody goes around him on the high side, low side. But I think he'll be able to hold him pretty well here. And we'll see, though, because they got him lined up and coming down the back straightaway, and we'll see if these guys can make it to the end here, clean and green, or maybe we'll have some wrecks and cautions, but you never know. These guys are going for it.
Well, guess we'll have to find out, as it's almost 11 o'clock at night out here in Kansas, so we're getting very, very late in the nighttime here. And waiting for that green flag to fly.
Green flag, green flag.
And green's out, and let's see what that 88 can do on 2 tires. And then he's
good situation here.
Well, I don't know. He's got the 7 behind him that's been very, very aggressive. So I don't know.
Knocked out the 7, jumping out here as soon as he gets a chance.
And that 88's not going to allow him. You see, he just followed right in the foot tracks.
Yeah, he said, stick to the white line for now. And look at that, though. The 7's ahead of Davey, though. Really single fouled out, except for there you got Matthew.
Oh.
5.
Ooh, the 7's looking on the outside now, but that 88's going to hold him off, but the 38's going to latch onto the high side. Bryson Clark's back there going, I'll go high, low, but Jay Bell says, oh, I don't think so. We're going to go 3 wide.
3 wide.
For 4th position.
And that for the lead.
Yeah. What, can the 88 hold him off or no? Does he get the run coming out of turn 4? No, he does not. And the 7
is going to get it here. Does he go straight to the bottom? Does he cut the nose off? Does the 38? Wow.
Oh, hang on.
On the bottom though, Robert. He's hanging tough with them 2 tires. He's making it look not that bad.
Yeah.
Really just ganging up on him with the draft. If he has help, I think he'll be all right.
He needs to crack open a beer and drink it quick.
And the 7 doesn't want to give up the top to the 38. Here comes the 5, though. The 5's going to look to come help the Brady Clark here.
Well, and this is the first time that the 38's been in this situation, so we'll have to, he's been out front the whole race, so.
Look, he's jumping to the outside to make a 3 wide move here.
3 wide for the lead.
88 slides up a little bit. Makes it tight.
Oh my goodness.
The 5 though on the bottom here. He's the main player here. He's going to help the 88. Big run from the 5.
And 7's stuck in the sucker hole, like you said. We thought the 88 would get put in there, but the 7 got himself put in there.
Yeah, now the 5 is looking. He's trying to clear. Can the 5 put himself in position? He's looking to the inside. 88 slides up a little bit.
It's actually
5 is going to come out of this really good, Robert.
That, and I noticed on 2 tires that 88's not entering the corners, the turns as
well.
Yeah, you noticed that it's sliding up just a little bit on him.
Yeah, look, here comes the 5. He's got a nose on him to the inside.
Oh, he's got him.
To the outside here, and the 38 big move to the bottom.
Whoa. That 5's going to clear the 88's going to put him. Nope. And now he's going to go right in front of that 7, Zach. And
oh, that's a red.
Oh, the 38's involved. And the 7 and the 88. And oh, no.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there for a few guys, but that's the product of this package right here we're seeing.
Well, let's ride with the 88 on this view here and see as he's got the 38 there, Zach, on the inside. Oh, the 7 taps him. And that was it. Just a chain reaction. The 7 got him in the left corner panel, and that was all she wrote. And that's what happens when you drive aggressive. That's all I'm saying.
That took I believe the 22 was pretty, 22 made it to, wow, 22 barely made it through. The 14's gonna come out of that with some damage there, and the 24.
Aggressive moves are okay. I'm not downing nobody for it, but with 22 laps to go, I just don't, I don't see it that way, but.
Yeah, that was, it's tough with the apron, the way, we use some of these race cars. It makes that transition to joining back onto the racetrack and people being on the racetrack, and it's always a gray area. It looks like we're having everybody come down pit road, but it is always a gray area.
Well, that and the 88 was on older tire, well two lap tires. So did the 88 get a little bit of looseness and 1-2 miles per hour, and the 7 boop right into him, and everybody instantly is going to go, oh, the 7 right. Oh well, go with the 88. We don't
There's
know.
a lot of factors.
Right.
There's
I mean, we
there's
don't
a lot
know.
of factors that play in these wrecks, and
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna hurt Davey the worst though, because Davey did have to tow Robert. I think
Oh.
his
Motor
amazing
Blue?
night he's gonna need a quick caution. I think his motor blew Robert out. That's unfortunate for that 38.
Oh,
What
that
terrible
changes
luck.
the game.
Because he was an innocent bystander in that issue there. He was just on the bottom, and that's just it was a very plate-like wreck, and just minding your own business, and 2 cars wreck above you, and you get clipped.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. This is racing, and things can happen.
Yeah.
But well, he's got a big enough points lead too. So I mean, he really, I'm not saying you want to lose points or anything, but he's got that cushion. So I mean, he's got a cushion for things to happen like this. So. But, there's going to be 20 laps, 19 laps to go. Does not mean he can't rebound from this. We've seen the 22 rebound from it. He blew a motor at the beginning of the race, and here he is leading the race now.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something to talk to him in Victory Lane about that?
Yeah, put it in the right gear.
Yeah. Must have, that was just a simple mistake. And led to that. Derek will take it behind the wall. Robert says 7 is his night's over, unfortunately. It's hard racing there. It looks like Davey Hendricks went 2 laps down. He's still in pit road. So I think Davey Hendricks he may be done.
Might be done for the night out there for a long
maybe.
shot.
That's unfortunate. That 38 was bad fast all night, and man, he just couldn't get away from that without getting caught up in that. So terrible luck for him, but he'll move on to next week, I'm sure.
Well, let's bring this up here, everybody out there. Looking in second place there, Matthews, and look who's in 5th place.
Yeah, Matthew Chastain. I was just about to say players up here.
Now,
William Martin been up here a little bit. William Martin at 12. 75, Matthew Chastain, who said he wanted to go for his win. He's putting himself up there.
Well,
and
not only that, with knocking out Davey in the 38 there, Zach, Bryson does have a win this season. The other 2 wins came from a driver that is suspended. So if you look at the scoring pylon here, without that 22, we could have a first-time winner here tonight.
Yeah, it's looking like that may come to fruition, but this 22 is going to be tough here too. He's had a heck of a night to bounce back to where he's at now, and he's got a shot to win it here with under 20 to go. It's anybody's game, Robert. Everybody, you can see everybody, they're wiggling their cars back and forth because they know.
Yeah,
it's shark feeding time, and everybody wants to be the shark and not the beta fish.
Well, right now Bryson is the fish because he's got the rest of the field going against him. So it's
well, he's luckily got his teammate there, the 12 though, so that's good to have. So
yeah, well, does the teammate work with him because he's running a Toyota? From the press releases that I seen, they weren't too happy, but.
Sure.
We'll have to see as that 22 is gone and green's out. 19 laps to go, actually 18 to go. So we'll see how this all plays out here, Zach.
Wow.
Well, the field's getting spread out single file, which we all know is not going to last long.
And the Matthews are getting closer. As Jay Bell makes a heck of a move, William Martin a late move.
Closer.
There.
Whoa!
He is there.
Hang on, Matthews. Wow. He got a run. It's like a shark chasing something else, man. He was, holy. Look at the run this 75's getting in that Lowe's.
Yeah, the bottom is having some checkups right there. And
huge.
That's what it led to. But look at the push here on the outside of Noah. Noah pushing the 12. He makes the bottom in the 8 machine.
I don't think anybody.
Noah much tonight.
I really don't think, Zach, that anybody's going to be working teammates. Oh, neck code again. The 12 went spaceship flying.
He just, yeah, he was a helicopter blade there for a second. Man, who did he, oh, that was that the 44, Eric Moore? Or that was the 17, Brian Dees.
Well, let's see here. Got the 8 on the low line. Oh, what? Wow. Whoa, and the 17 hit him and just spun him around in a frisbee.
That was a wild ride, Robert. Wow.
Wow. Internet-based game. Just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. This is an internet-based game.
Network.
Wow.
That was a huge bit of distance between them, but unfortunately, it's unforgiving when it happens. And the 12 William Martin, he took the brunt of that. So
yeah, unfortunately.
I'm hoping Brian Dees in the 17 has a fast career because he's still running out there, even though it took the whole front end of his car off, even though it's a completely new car. It literally took his hood, his bumper, everything. It's he's missing a few things, but he is coming up here road to see if he does have fast career maybe. And so that was unfortunate for him. He just caught the 12 as it was flying by. Oh, yeah, look at this, Robert. Corey. He's going to stay out. Ed Burrell's going to stay out.
Ooh.
2 guys staying out. Emmanuel Wolf is a lap down, so he, I believe he was trying to get the weight around there, but these 2 guys staying out will keep them from getting the weight around. So,
well, you know, comes back to we heard that tires are not a factor, and I really don't think tires are a factor here tonight, Zach. I think that 61 and 22 call there is a smart call. I think they can hold the field off. I mean, we seen the 88 hold off of Brady there. Hold off what, 8-10 laps he was running with them front guys until unfortunately he got caught up in the little yellow there.
yeah.
So I really don't, you know, I don't see tires anymore. I think it's just all about track position. And not saying that newer tires are better than older tires, because we all know newer tires are better, of course. But I just think the older tires can keep up with the newer tires, the tires that Goodyear brought here tonight for these guys.
That is a call. We're going to see how it works out for these guys. I'm sure it's running through their minds, but it's going to be it's going to be about 10 to go when we get green here. This is going to be wild. Noah's the first one out on new tires. Eric Moore in the 44 is there. The 14, Jay Bell, there's teammates right there. You got Matthew in the 5 there, and you got a 75 of Matthew also. So
Ding,
the
ding.
2 Matthews are there.
Ding, ding.
Bryson looks like he lost out the most there, unfortunately. He came out 9th, Robert, so lost a good bit of positions there in the 22.
I'm not sure why. He had a good pit stop.
Maybe he sped or had an unsafe entry and had to drop back, but
maybe. My scoring pylon showing me from entering to exit 40.4 with a 14 flat pit stop, so he had to get probably a speeding penalty entering, which he probably got held for 15 seconds. But that normally would show me, I don't know what happened.
If you got held for 15, it should.
It should show me, him sitting on pit road with the timer going off. So I don't know. Good call, Zach. I mean, I don't know. But doesn't matter. He's still out there, and we're getting ready to go back green with 11 to go here, Zach. So
I think we might see a new winner tonight, Robert.
I think so too. I really think so too.
Starting there in 10th.
Unless we get another yellow and Davey can stay out of the way, he's only one
Davey's
lap
back out
down.
there, actually. Yeah.
One lap down. I mean, don't count him out.
Davey out. Yeah.
I said the race ain't over until the fat lady sings. So, I'm not singing. Oh, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the race here tonight with me and Zach and SlideJawb Racing, brought to you by Colonial Riders. We do much appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget to hit that follow, share button, like button. We do much appreciate it, and helps Freaky Fast grow and get our name out there to all the other leagues out there. But with that being said there, Zach, that 61's going to get ready to go, and off we go. What a jump he gets.
Yeah, he did. He left the 21 Ed Burrell on the outside up there. He's already gotten passed by the 14 J Bell and the 8 of Noah.
Well, and we've seen this too, you know. Here comes an 8. The draft is so strong here, so it don't matter how far you pull out, as that 61 is going way up.
75. Oh,
whoa. Uh-oh.
Burrell off the nose of the 75, and he comes back up, and
And caution is out. And we're riding with the 75. Let's go back on the replay here, Zach, and see if we can see what happened here as we're watching the 75 go down there and turn 1 and 2 there with the 44 on the outside. Got the 5. He's got the 21 right in front of him, and it looked like I don't know what happened there. It looked like 2 vehicles trying to go for the same real estate.
spot,
Yeah, I mean that's
looked
that.
like the 75 got to the inside there, and he was trying to get, back above the white line.
Yeah, he was swerving.
Wasn't taking much of it either. It wasn't giving much room either, and I think that was really just down to both of them going for the same spot, like you said, Robert. So.
Yeah, well, with 10 to go, I mean, it's no more. I mean, and you've seen the 75 there, Matthews. He, like you said, Zach, he was swaying a little bit back and forth, and both of them just happened to meet at that one spot, and on circumstances, the 21 went around. But
Emmanuel Wolf took a hard hit in the 15th when Ed Burrell came back up on the racetrack. So.
Well, we got 9 to go here, and guess who's going back on the lead lap?
Davey. Just when you've written them off.
That guy is awesome with that M&Ms, because I love M&Ms. I gotta make sure I say that every Monday. Everybody
I like
needs
it too, because on mine I see Skittles, so I like Skittles.
I love Skittles too, man.
Yep.
Me and my grandson's favorite snack, we sit down and watch a movie and we eat Skittles.
I love Skittles.
And then I get yelled at from his mom. That's bad for his teeth. And I'm like, yeah, here's some more Skittles. Oh, but let's not count him out now. Let's see if he goes down. We're watching him come around. He's getting himself put back on the lead lap.
You should be able to pay here too.
That's what I was going to say. I was watching him see that you might as well just go down and pit. I mean, he's only got Ed Burrell in 12th position right behind him. We got 12.
Yeah. Pit road, going to get him 4 fresh ones and re-rack them and see what he can do here.
This is going to be interesting. I mean, he has nothing to lose, of course. He's in the back. It's looking.
If he comes back and gets a top 5, that'll be very impressive.
Did the
I won't put it past him. So
did the 18 just get a wave around?
I
yes.
believe so.
Okay, I'm looking to see. So what? We've got about 13 vehicles still in the lead lap here with 8 to
14,
go.
Actually.
14. Okay. So Davey's gonna fall back to 14th position? No. Well, the 18's coming in, so he's giving up that position. Let's see what the 17 does. The 17 stays out, but he has no front end, so Davey really don't have to worry about him. So yeah, he's gonna start. Looks like outside the top 10. in position 12 with, 6 laps to go.
Yeah.
Pace car lights are still on yet, so yeah, we're looking about 6 to go, starting in 12th position. The only thing is that, you know, I think it's going to be hard to move up through the field, as we seen all night here, Zach. These cars are so equal, the lap times are so close. He's going to have to really play the drafting game and try to figure out how to work himself through the field. And I just, yeah, maybe he can get up to the top. I think he'll get into the top 8 would be my guess.
Right. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him. If we get a green white checker here, he might get a win. I mean, since we've seen that 38 all night, I mean, let's see how he slices and dices here. He's definitely have to chop through him, and it's gonna be wild. I'm excited right now. We're gonna come to 6 to go, with 6 to go on this restart, and Corey Cook here in the lead, the 61, played the good pit strategy, stayed out. You got Noah on the new tires. You got the 14 on the new tires to Jay Bell. You got Chastain, who we talked to before the race. You also got Matthew in the 5. So you get the 5 and the 75 to Matthews. Which one will be better tonight? We'll have to see.
Yeah, and they, we'll see if it comes down to, because them two are got heated words here the past couple races. So we'll see how that all plays out here as that 61 takes off with the green flag flying. Keep an eye on that 38 there, back of the 88 there. We'll have to see how this all plays out. That 61 stays way high and dives it way down low. He's dominating that corner coming out of turn 1 and 2 here, going down the backstretch with J.D. Bell in second place. And, oh, here comes the blocking. And these are all first-time winners, too. One of these can be the first-time winners, so... Boy, doesn't that put a stamp on the season, too, here. Get a first-time winner. And here comes that 38 looking at Bryson back there in that 22. Oh, and the 5 and the 75 are nose to tail.
Yeah, there ain't no love lost there. And the 14 wants by. He's working on the back into that 61.
He is pushing.
And here comes the 5. He jumps to the outside here.
I don't know if that was a smart move by the 5.
The 61 big blocks. Wow, what?
Wow, as the 75 looking.
He caught the 14 sleep with the blocks. The 61.
Oh, and there's a wreck.
Oh, and this is gonna be a green white checker here, Robert.
Oh. Wow. All right. Well, let's go back and see who was that again there, Zach. I was so involved into the race.
That was I'll tell you, Robert. That right there started on the bottom there, of course. I believe it was between it was the 8 and the 44.
All right. Okay. Oh, okay. There it is. Let's go back and see what happens here as we ride with the 8 going down the back stretch. He's got the 19 on the inside. And let's see here. The 42 slides up. The 8's looking. Went back a little farther, but that's all right. Go across the start-finish line here to go down into turn 1. And up. Same ordeal as Ed there, Zach. Same real estate. And the 44 got the blunt end of that one.
Yeah, he did. That's unfortunate there for them guys.
Wow. Well, I'm going to give a track fact. Not track fact. I'm going to give a season fact out there, Zach. We so far here at SlideJawb Racing at Freaky Fast, every race has not ended under green. Okay, I lie. Road course, but that don't count. that was at Bell last week at Detroit. Other than that, we have not finished under green here. Every race has been green, white, checkered, and they got 3 attempts. So
yeah, and Darren Cole just got back on the lead lap he got the lucky dog, so he's now in 15th position on the lead lap.
And look who's up in 7th.
Yeah, Mr. Hendricks there.
And Jordan, 19th, in the 19 of Jordan there. We haven't talked about him all night.
Yeah, he qualified 5th. He's in 5th, Robert. He's been all over the place. He's been from anywhere to 2nd to really, last. Jordan's been all over the place really tonight. So
he's running at JB Motorsports.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
And he's got a good-looking car right now, so he's got a chance. So let's see. And of course, we got the 2 Matthews here.
Yeah.
5 and the 5. You got Jay Bill in that 14, the 61 of Corey Cook. That's it's gonna be wild. And Corey Cook was throwing Superman blocks out here, so I would not expect to see a wild finish, if not another wreck. So
well, let's hope Spider-Man don't come out.
He'll be climbing the fence.
That or they're gonna throw some webs out and latch onto each other and wreck. That's why you need Catwoman.
You never know what you're gonna see at this point, and I'm sure these guys are just thinking in their heads, what's going to happen? Like, what move do I need to make? Davey Hendricks, I think, better sitting at 7th. I think he wants to see one more wreck. He's almost within striking distance. He is in like the lead pack of cars, and he'll be on the bottom, which is also good. So he should be able to get a few positions there, but I don't think he has enough laps. So he'll need a pretty quick wreck. You never know though, if the first 3 or 4 guys wreck, he could be right there leading it. So it's going to be interesting. I really think anybody could win this, and we may not get a first-time winner. Davey thinks.
Yeah. Well, I also want to let the fans know out there that up at the top you do see it says race final lap. It's actually not the final lap. This is the first attempt at a green-white checkered. Me and Zach will call it out as laps go here at the green-white checkered. Once they get that white flag, we'll let you know if they get that white flag. And if anything happens after that of extra stuff, well, the race is over. Wherever it finishes, it finishes. There won't be no more yellows. But they do got to get to that white flag for the race to be official here tonight. So we'll keep you informed on the laps here, as this is going to be the first attempt, like I said. And once I get some time here, I will fix that so it actually shows the right laps. So, all right. Well, we got the Matthews and the Matthews side by side. Oh boy, I'm watching Jordan there. I just wonder if I just wonder if he can get a win. That would, I bet he would be happy for that. But any of these guys would be happy. Even Jay Bell, after having a rough season, man, getting a win, that would give him some momentum there.
And there goes Corey Cook.
Wow, what a jump!
Green.
Interesting decision here. See how it plays out for the 61. He wants the chance to be able to throw the block, I think. He really actually got the pack pretty spread out, so it's not going to be stacked up. This could work in his favor. Where does he defend? Does he go high? He leaves the high side open. He stays to the bottom. Here comes the 75 Matthew Chastain. You got Jay Bell on the outside. Jay Bell doesn't swing exactly help yet, but Matthew in the 5 is going with the 75 around the bottom.
Oh,
75's got the 8's help.
Oh, look at Jay. White flag.
Who makes it back around the winner's race? Jay Bell lead final lap.
And not only that, Zach, this is Jay Bell's first time in a ZL1 Camaro. He came from a Ford.
That it is, and look, he's
and the 61 and the 5, and it looks like doesn't matter. There will be no yellow. We'll see what happens here as
and the Jay Bell wins it.
Wow, Jay Bell takes it home.
I believe Corey Cook got DQ'd.
Yes, he did.
For incidences. So that puts Matthew Chastain in second and Jordan Pierre in third.
Well, let's go back and
finishes fifth.
The 61 and the 5 just clipped each other, and that was it for that. And it looks like the 18 might have got DQ'd too. Let's see here. No, he did not. Yes. Okay, so I'm looking at the incident report here, and yeah, 61 had 26 incidents, so he got DQ'd out of the race. But wow, congratulations to Jay Bell up here. Let's he gets to burn this ZL1 Camaro down from going from there to a Ford. I wonder if he's gonna stay in that ZL1 now. See if we can get a.
That's a decision you'll have to make. That's for sure. You'll have to ask him that.
Get a good screenshot here of him getting out of the grass. That car is pretty dirty, but congratulations to him for getting the win. But all right, well, we will be right back, everybody, as we get ready for our pre-race interviews here with the 14 of Jay Bell. Matthew Chastain's going to bring it home second, and we have Jordan that I was just talking about there in the 19. He's going to bring it home third for his first time in the podium. Jay Bell gets his first win, so we'll be right back after this quick word.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old, and I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope that I'm able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college, I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we're back now for our post-race interviews here with our top three, but it looks like we don't have Jordan. I am not. Oh, never mind. There he is. He's now on Discord. So we have our top three here, Zach.
He said
now
he'd be happy. Yeah, we got him now. He said he'd be happy. Would you like to interview him?
Sure. Yeah, bring him up.
Right. Well, we'll bring Jordan up here to hear how he thought about his third place finish.
Jordan, Robert up here in the booth at Freaky Fest. You got a copy there, buddy?
10-4.
All right. Hey, man, congratulations on your top three. First one of the season. How was the race out there for you tonight, man?
It was up and down. If you didn't notice, I started fifth. I ended up 2 laps down. Had to fight back through that. I tried to save a fast repair, and there we were, so...
All right. There we go. Sorry, I was adjusting something, but yeah, I mean, Zach actually brought that up here tonight. That how you were up and down, slinky all over the place, and you battled it back. Did you get discouraged there for a little bit? Did you think, oh man, there is no way I'm going to get back with 2 laps down?
I just kept, as much as I hate to do that, I just kept praying for a caution. And we caught him and got back out there and got back on the lead lap, and I used that fast repair on the next caution and put us in a position to get something done. So, and I think he was trying to push me as well.
Yeah, well, hey, man, we were giving you a shout out there towards the end. And I said, well, where did Jordan come from? Holy mackerel. But that's I mean, awesome, man. You get your first podium, man, and, you get to take this momentum and head on to, I believe, New Hampshire next week. So how do you feel about running some short track racing as we head to there?
I don't really run New Hampshire very often, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's going to be interesting to watch. I guess you're going to get your team together and go out there and get some practice laps in. I hope so.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
To run with these guys, you got to have some practice.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, this is a great league out here. But all right, man, before I let you go celebrate your third place finisher, anybody you want to give a shout out to, bud?
Just, shout out to you guys for putting it on. It's a pretty awesome broadcast to watch. I usually watch it after the race. Shout out to the guys for putting on the league. I appreciate it. So thanks, everybody.
All right. Well, congratulations again, man, and we hopefully we'll get to talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Out.
All right, Robert. That was, like you said, he was a happy man there.
Yeah.
His third place finish there, Jordan, tonight. So congrats to him on that. And I guess I'll go ahead and interview the second place man, Matthew Chastain, and see what he thought about his race tonight. Hey, Matthew, is Zach in the booth? You got a copy, man?
Hey, what's up, Zach?
Oh, none, man. Just watched a very, very fun, epic race there at the end for you guys. You pretty much did exactly what you said. You rode pretty much near the back most of the night just to keep safe. And there at the end, when business got to the time, you were there. So really, let us know how your race went tonight, Matthew.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, the back was not the safest place. Tried to stay up front more, but ended up saving my 2 repairs for the end of the race. There was trying to get stage points, but it didn't work out with me having to use one of those repairs. The back try to save that last one, but car felt good at the end and got there.
Yeah, definitely. That was an interesting finish there between you guys. It was wild, especially the way this package is. It was a crapshoot, that's for sure. I'm sure you guys were on the edge of your seats driving, but you came in tonight ninth in points and 14 above the cut. See, coming home second tonight, that's going to help you definitely in the points there. Like you said, you were talking about stage points. Unfortunately, you couldn't get none of those, but the good finish tonight definitely will help. And you head to New Hampshire next week, so do you feel confident at the semi-short track, I guess you could say, the flat track of New Hampshire?
Yeah, I'm a short track guy, so hopefully I'll be contending for another win out there, and hopefully these guys will calm down and next week.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see how you do out there in New Hampshire, Matthew. But before we let you go, man, congrats again on your second place finish. Anybody want to send a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for giving us an awesome broadcast every week. I want to thank Colonial Riders for sponsoring us. William Martin for putting on the league, all the admins, and as I said, talked to you guys before in league on NASCAR Heat 3 for sponsoring me. Hopefully, we will have a new next week, so you guys watch out for that. Hopefully, we'll have their logo on my car. If not next week, probably the week after.
10-4, Matthew. Well, congrats again, man, and go celebrate your finish tonight.
All right, just one more spot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one more spot. Hey, it's coming. So later on, man.
Called it.
Yeah, right. Later on, Matthew. You have a good night, man. All right, guys. That was Matthew Chastain there. He almost called his shot, Robert. He almost did in the pre-race interviews, but
Right.
Hey, he's getting close each week, and that formulates to wins coming soon. So, congrats to him on second place finish.
Yep. He almost called it one position away, but man, what a great run for that guy. But hey, guess who I'm down here with?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a happy man.
Yeah, this is gonna be a happy man. All right, Jade, Robert up here at Freaking Fast. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, Robert. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, man. You finally did it, man. You qualified second here tonight. You led 7 laps. You put down the fastest lap on your time of a 29.609, which really don't matter. You brought it home first place. How's it feel to get the victory and finally out of the way, man?
Oh man, it feels great. It's been a long time coming. I've been competitive in quite a few races and had bad luck, and a lot of times I just run out of talent as I was learning. I mean, I've only been on the service now for, I don't know, 8 months or so. So this is about a season and a half with SlideJawb, and I finally brought home my first W. Excited.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I see out there on the YouTube side, I believe. I'm gonna say this is that your wife, right? I assume it's got your same last name. Well, she said congratulations, babe. So you got. Yeah, she's out there. She was rooting you on and everything, man. That's a good feeling, man. But with getting this win, how was the car for you here tonight? You were up and down, sliding. We seen you go down the backstretch the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, it had to have been an exciting race to watch, the way that these cars were handling. They felt pretty good around everybody, and they would start pushing a little bit if you overdrove it once the tires started wearing out a bit. But all in all, it felt really good. And my teammates were up there. I mean, we were dominating there for a while. Had me and Davey and Eric up there just kind of blocking the front off, just all three of us running good there together. And it handled well there at the end. Let's see, I had went to the back. I got caught up in a couple things, and I charged my way back up through the front. Didn't have any issues. Once I got up there, I started in third, that next to last restart. And I was faster than Corey was, and I kept trying to get underneath him, and he kept blocking me down there at the last minute. I was going to turn him, and I didn't want to win it that way. But then another caution came out, and when we restarted, I was on the outside, and I decided I was just going to, drop down behind him, and then as soon as I got that run, take it to the outside and try to keep him pinched down. That worked out pretty well. I had Bashada behind me pushing me. That helped me out a lot. I got to give him a big thank you for that. I hate it that he turned coming down that back stretch there before we got to 3. I don't know if he just hit me a little off center when he was pushing or what happened there, but I feel bad about that.
Yeah. Well, I was just ready too. You brought up my next thing is that you had your teammates up there, and the whole team just looked very, very strong. Unfortunately, Mr. Hendrick in that 38 there got tied up in a couple things, but he did rebound back from 2 laps down to finish 5th. So, I mean, all in all, it was a great show for your team. Eric comes home 8th tonight, and you bring home the win. So, Long Shot Motorsports out there on the Facebook side of things is your fans are going to get ready to see a nice post, I'm assuming, with a winning picture of you, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, this team has been great this season. We put in a lot of time together practicing, and, I mean, we really just feed off each other well and really work together well.
Yeah, it's showing. But my next question to you is, and we were talking about it on the broadcast, you went from a Ford to a ZL1 Camaro, and you bring it home and you win. I'm assuming maybe you're going to stick with this car now?
Yeah, I made the switch due to some possible employment opportunities coming up for me as I retire out of the military here the next year or so. So, maybe I'm going to be working for a Chevy team, and I wanted to represent them. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, that's why I made the switch. And let me tell you, that car, I mean, it's just gorgeous. Darren Cole painted that for me, and it's kind of an homage to my military career. That big bird on the front's a big black bird for the 30th Reconnaissance Squadron that I served with, and I know a lot of the people out there really, really appreciate that and enjoy me running that car.
Well, we appreciate it, and words from Zach and me and Brian that's not here tonight. We do appreciate your time and your service, man. We really do, from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Appreciate the support.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful, beautiful car, and I'm happy to get to sit and talk to you now. I know I seen a post earlier on the Facebook side. If anybody wants to go check out Long Shot Motorsports on Facebook, but I see Keith is still having a problem with the ho-hos yet.
Yeah, he's trying to pull it together there in rehab. We might let him out. We might let him out of the pen here in a little bit and let him run some races for us somewhere. But he's gotta get off the sugar, I guess.
I had to throw it out there, Keith. I'm sorry. It's just I get a kick out of it. But man, well, before I let you go celebrate your first victory here tonight, and you get that monkey off your back finally, and you can get ready to head to New Hampshire next week. Does anybody want to give a final shout out to there, bud?
Oh, absolutely. I got a long list. First of all, I got to thank my family, my wife Jolene, and the kiddos for giving me time to get on here and practice and run with the guys and hone my skills. And then Colonial Riders for sponsoring SlideJawb's Racing League this season. They're a great bunch of guys. I think we're going to hear from one of their officers next week. And then on down the line, we got veteran sponsors from Wheels for Warriors, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and Weekends with Warriors.
Awesome.
I think that covers it. And my team, obviously, and thank you guys for broadcasting. You've been doing a great job for us.
Oh, not a problem. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have the info and the hard work that you admins put behind this league here. You give us all the info and we take it and run with it. So congratulations again, man, and get ready to head to good old New Hampshire next week and see how that short track racing is going to handle you out there.
Oh yeah, it'll be a different animal altogether on that flat track, won't it?
Oh yeah, it will be. Yeah, it will be. Watch the breaking points. That's all I can tell you.
There you go.
All right.
All right. That was our winner.
Yes, most definitely. That was a great interview there with Jade. And again, with him being in the military, we do much appreciate anybody that, and just not him, anybody that does right the military side of things and supports them and things like that. Go out and check out your local charities. They do need help, ladies and gentlemen. They really, really do. Every penny goes a long way. But last but not least, I want to say, if anybody's out there looking for a league on a Monday night, come and check these guys out. It's action-packed racing. It is, I said for the stats of the season so far, we have not had a green checker flag finish. It's been green, white, checkered. So don't end the broadcast with 10 to go thinking that the race is over, because trust me, it's not over. But so my saying here tonight, Zach, with this race, it was pack racing, like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, and everybody was talking about. Tires really didn't come into factor. Not that they didn't need them, but it was lap times were right on top of each other. No matter if you had 5 laps or 10 laps on your tires, no one could get away from anybody, and it was just fun watching. And you seen that stuff that happened there at the end, and the 14 of Mr. Bell there was at the right place at the right time, and he gets his first victory here at SlideJawb Racing and his first victory on the iRacing service, which is awesome. He's fairly new to this game, and he's showing some skill out there. So congratulations to him. But what's your final thoughts there, bud?
Yeah, it's awesome to see a first-time winner. That is always cool to see a first-time winner. I love when guys win for the first time. You never get over that feeling of winning, and then it makes you just want the next one even more. So I'm sure Jade will take that and take that on to the next week and say, it builds your confidence. It's really the biggest thing. That I can do it. I've done it before. I mean, and
boo.
It's sorry. Hey, sorry, Robert. One day you will too. You will experience it one day. But you've won on iRacing before, so.
Yeah.
And so the feeling, at least winning it. So anytime you can win, it's a great day. So congrats again to Jade, and thank him again for his service. It's amazing what their sponsor and all, they all do. That's a really good, really awesome cause. And yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of it. And on to next week to New Hampshire for short track racing. You know, I'm a short track guy, so I'm ready because this side by side, calling crazy, exciting action all the time, 2x2x2 is hard. It hurts my voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the short track racing too is gonna be exciting. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be its own version of its own monster. And hey, they go back to the other horsepower package, so they get some more horsepower and see what these boys can do with it.
That and a different tire model out there, I believe, too. That's your short track. Do they run the intermediate tire out there at New Hampshire?
I believe they run the short track tire.
Short track. Okay, so
yeah,
all right.
I believe I'm actually not well versed in that. I should know that, but I haven't went to New Hampshire in a while with the way that we go on our circuit or whatever. So
Gotcha. All right. Well, do you want to run through the unofficial results here before we get ready to sign out here, bud?
Yeah, definitely. So tonight, your winner for the first time, Jay Bell in the 14. Second place, Matthew Chastain. Third tonight will be Jordan Bier. Fourth will be Noah Mari. I'm sorry if I killed that, Noah. I'm about to get that better. But fifth is Davey Hendricks. Sixth, Brady Clark. Seventh, Bryson Clark. Eighth, Eric Moore. Ninth is William Amen. 10th is Matthew Piscotti. 11th is Brian Dees. 12th, Ed Burrell. 13th tonight, Darren Cole. Corey Cook, after leading, will finish 14th tonight, one lap down. Paul Turner finished in 15th tonight. 16th, Emmanuel Wolf. In 17th place, it'll be William Martin. 18th tonight, Gavin Martin. 19th, Derek Newsom, right on the cut line. So unfortunate finish for him tonight, 25 laps down, 19th. And rounding out our top 20 here, in your last place finisher of the night will be the 55 of Nick Aguera in the 20th position. So that is your final results here for tonight at Kansas Motor Speedway.
All right. Good job. All right. Well, that's your unofficial results here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And before we sign off here real quick, I want to give our final shout out to our sponsors here tonight. One, Colonial Riders for sponsoring SlideJawb Racing League, like you heard earlier. We will have a special guest next week with one of their owners. So make sure you tune in and hear what he or she has to say. Don't know if it's a he or she, but whoever it is, find out, their interview and listen to them. And can't wait for that there, Zach. That's going to be fun.
Right.
I also want to give a shout out to Dirty Air Podcast. Don't forget to check them out every Tuesday night at 11 to 11:15 every Tuesday night for all your motorsports and sim racing news. What's up, bud?
Big episode this week, everybody.
Go ahead.
We have Peak Antifreeze Pro driver Ben Nelson, who finished in the top 3 at Darlington. We have him on our podcast. It's the second time he's been on this season. He's one of our good friends, and so we're going to get to talk with him about his season that's been. And we do have a lot of guests lined up, new guests too. And I'm going to tell you, just be ready because the Dirty Air Podcast is stepping up its game. So if anybody out there, motorsports, sim racing news, it's just a great talk. Please come check it out. The Facebook page is Dirty Air Podcast, and we'd be more than happy to have you over there, talking to us on chat or, just coming in anytime you want because we're on all platforms now. So
all right.
It's just an awesome time here. So please, if you could check it out if you like motorsports. So really appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you missed the podcast, you can always go back and listen to it later on your way to work or on your smartphone, or hook it up from your smartphone to a Bluetooth, and while you're working or anytime that you had, the episodes are there. They're recorded, and you can go back and listen to it anytime. So they do. Thank you for the support, and you get to hit that like button to get all the notifications and posts that they are making on Facebook and the Twitter side of things. So yeah, again, make sure you check them out. But Zach, final and not but least, I want to give a shout out to proud sponsor of Freaky Fast, eye-pitting for iRacing. It's iPitting.com. Make sure you go check these guys out. If you do a lot of racing online, excuse me, or teammates or anything like that, iPitting board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It will help you create series boards for all your teammates and provide all your teammates a clear version of everyday data they need, like the schedule, results, championship points, standings. And it takes care of all that on right on one page. It's all there for everybody to look at. You can also send it out to all your social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all them. Well, not YouTube, but Facebook, Twitch, all that stuff with race images that you can upload. You can put graphical stuff in there, your race team designs. There's a lot. There's more than I can sit here and talk all night about it, but we thank them over there for sponsoring Freaky Fast. So make sure you check out iPitting.com if you haven't already. All right, Zach. Well, that's a final shout out to all the sponsors here tonight at the league and Freaky Fast. But, man, we're off to New Hampshire next week with these guys. But until then, we will be live again Thursday night over at Area 51 for their second race of the season. So if you're not busy on a Thursday night, come out and hang out with us and enjoy chatting with you and watch some NASCAR racing and here on the iRacing platform. So, but until then, man, we're going to sign off, and I want to say God bless to everybody. We love yous all. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.